What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Anyway, it's your boy King again. They are chat the damn thing again. And today, people, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna talk about the Jamaican Premier League players that can, I think, in my opinion, can still make this World Cup squad. Because also, people, later on, I'll be dropping a video talking about the World Cup squad and the chances of exactly when Jamaica will be making it to the World Cup. So, people, yeah, I tell you, say I've been talking about a lot of football of late, and one of the things I've noticed is that I have not really given the Jamaican Premier League players, any of them. I'm not talk about none of the Jamaican Premier League players, them that are able to make the World Cup squad. So I actually feel like I've been leaving out, not only me, myself, and a lot of content creator and reggae boys who have been leaving out basically all of the players them are playing in Jamaican Premier League. We think say basically we are saying not much of them have a chance in hell. But let's take a look at the ones them were within a good shot of making this Jamaican national team. You see me? Let's take a look at the ones them I think are the closest to make this national reggae boys team. Now, while I'm at it, people, I'm tell them this. So I am from, well, my born and grew in an Olympic Garden. If you know Olympic Garden, you know that the main superstar that come from Olympic Garden is a man by the name of Ian Pepe Goodison himself. Now, when you know about Ian Pepe Goodison, you would know that Ian Pepe Goodison, the story of how Ian Pepe Goodison that got called up to the national team goes something like Rene Simoes came to watch a game. I don't know if a National League Olympic Garden need a play at that time, but the story goes something like Rene Simoes came to watch a national game and he wasn't there to watch Pepe Goodisi himself. He was there to watch somebody else. That's the narrative that was running to say that when Rene Simoes went to watch Pepe, it wasn't Pepe he was looking at. And in pick up Pepe, also in pick up Bibi from schoolboy football. So those were some local talents. Now, we see say McLaren might not depend on that. In all honesty, McLaren might not be on that. You see me? So the truth be told is, it is very unlikely that we'd see any of those players. You get me? I said, so me just feel like these are the ones. I call about 18 to 20 players, I think, based on the fact that they would have been around the team. You see me? Remember, say we play with a all JPL team against Trinidad and Tobago. So you have some of them players that we're going to take a look at, while you have some other players where, you see me, would have been forgotten about. I think would have been real close to the team. So, all in all, I just want to call out all the players who me think in with a realistic shot of making the national team. You can't tell me it or miss. You can't tell me if it's possible or it is not. And in the eye. Sure, come tell the people them like up the stream. Come. People, me not tell them like up the stream. You don't know the man himself there. The man himself there. When from the see the face, you don't know who this with him Paw Patrol. No. I cannot bark him on the stream. This I can't bark on the stream. What you supposed to tell people them for do?
Like up the live.
No. Don't give me the dark like up live. Tell them again.
Press the like button.
Press the what?
Like button.
Smash the like panda.
And
Rough. Alright. Yo, people, legend of him. Paw Patrol today, so the man puppy mode. Tell him to like up the stream and go on in, Papa.
and like up the stream.
Tell him smash. See you back every time I say something. Tell him smash the like, people.
Smash the like, people.
Alright. Yo. The man in a lone puppy mode today. Yo, people, me I tell you, the man getting Paw Patrol and me I tell you, the man getting Paw Patrol and me I tell you, a dog barking more than me now, you see me. But yeah, people, smash the like on the stream as you know. Forward in, you don't know. Also share the live, because not a lot of people don't agree with my sentiment to say like any of these players can actually make the Reggae Boyz squad. But again, Damien Nanalo said something, people. Damien Nanalo said this. Damien Nanalo said we're gonna need all hands on deck. So from your fit and your finding in little farm, you're playing football. Because the truth be told, people, we have some ballers when not playing a ball, We have some ballers when not playing a ball. Dan they are alive. Dan favorite baller there, We're gonna talk about it. We are gonna talk about it. So we can jump right into the show right now because you don't know people now waste no time. We now waste no time. So you tell me, I'm gonna list some baller and me and Uno are gonna decide which one of these players, if any of them want to tell me, who can make the Jamaica Reggae Boyz squad go into the World Cup. Because people, me not come ex them for them hatch. But the truth is, we are so close to World Cup, I don't think you know how close we are to World Cup. So this, if you remember that squad up on screen, people, that squad up on screen would have been the squad that we would have used against Trinidad and Tobago, right? And this squad was majority Premier League players, Jamaica Premier League players, because the truth be told, other than Jamali Waite right here, this squad was consist of 10 JPL players and Jamali Waite. Now, in my opinion, I think that majority of the players that are here still in with a shot. Now we see a man like Richard King got his move overseas. We see Richard King got his move overseas in the Scottish Premier League. You see me? Who else get a move? Jalmara Calvin would have been one that would have got his move from this team as well. Same way over there in the Scottish Premier League. Who else get a move? Wana Brown would have gotten his move, but not overseas, but to Mount Pleasant FC. Josh and Anglin, we see that Josh and Anglin people, when I talk about Josh and Anglin, me I tell you something about Josh and Anglin where probably if you're in the stadium one day you would see it. Is him when call me hype man, course call me hype man, but me I show you something where you never see. Some of the ball of them people, you narrate the ball of them, but me I tell you what the eye test say, and we are gonna see. Oh, which one of them players can be the baby gardener, can be the Pepe Goodison? Where the coach can say, hey, that player here get pick up. You see me? Not only the heritage players, them alone people. We love the heritage players them because we know them are quality. But if I have one or two or three, we don't know. But me I go through the players them what me have. And I got asking if there's any other addition. I'm going to see which one of these players can actually really make this World Cup squad. Some good players will be out of the squad. I tell you, people, the squad will be crazy. I don't know. I find it. That'll be a crazy squad, people. That'll be a crazy squad. So, tell me, people, look from this at the starting level where I work with first, and then we'll move from there. So, I'm going to jump right into the video right now. So, the first player we want to talk about, Jaja, you should name this show the Hype Man Show. Well, called Hype Man Show because the first player we're going to talk about is the man on screen. The man on screen, right? Jay Hummingbird said King, Pepe, and Bibi are high bars, right? But again, the man on screen is Wana Brown. And you can't tell me, say, Wana Brown is not within a shot of making the World Cup squad. You can't tell me, say, man like Wana Brown can't make the World Cup squad. Wana Brown is one of arguably the number 9 them are in the squad right now. When next squad call, for Wana Brown find himself back and play some football, me expect Wana Brown for that. So you can't tell me, say, not because I play Premier League, Wana Brown can't make the squad for the World Cup next year when we do qualify. You tell me now. Don't forget say JPL Wana Brown play. But Wana Brown forward on the big stage and show we say if in performance them keep up, because the truth be told, Wana Brown moved to a new club and he has been injured. You get me? I say him play the first game and play for the season, him get a red card, and then he hasn't really hit the ground running. It's not a guaranteed. I know say nothing is a guarantee. Right now, I don't think no player are guaranteed. No player is a guarantee. Remember, say players can be injured. Ian Farm King, no, Wana Brown find a farm yet. But I'm just saying, if Wana Brown find farm in the JPL I expect Wana Brown should be one of the players that have a high possibility of making this Jamaica World Cup squad. Dean Fraser said, bro, stop talking about Brown. What do you mean, man, for stop talking about Brown? Explain yourself. Why am for stop talking about Wana Brown now? Because, in my opinion, I genuinely believe so Wana Brown and one of the players them can make the World Cup squad. So, Wana Brown so far, this is the same player one match, which is not true. You get me? I said the thing where I look for you says Wana Brown is only 23 people. And never see some things from the players them when I highlight. We never notice the age of most of these players that I'm highlighting to show you that. For me, I think the players them when me really highlight would have been the players them at a certain age. And again, when we pick up, when Rene Simoes drafted Bibi was out of high school. When Simoes drafted Pepe was what? Pepe was a young 20-year-old. So, young 20 or he was in his teen. People, you know, remind me when time Rene Simoes went for Pepe and Bibi. All was Pepe. And more somebody forward and come tell me about that Pepe story there, you know, because me I tell you, growing up in an Olympic garden, the story was that Rene Simoes got a match for watch a different centre half. And him said, no, that centre half there, him me want to see. And I saw him bring Pepe in at the team. So, I don't know, it is very much possible. No man owns a seat on the plane. Corey is saying no. No man owns a seat on the plane. You see me big up on yourself, everybody we're checking so far. Chorus there from Shirley. Marsha Allen Smith is here from Shirley. You see me? Rossi Clouds, you don't know, big up yourself. You're there from Shirley. Paul Dennis is here from Shirley. You see me? Smash the like button. J. Hummingbird. Done, little one. Well done. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Dan there from Shirley, people. We will have vibe. TD say, yeah, Brown and one or two, the local CDM needed in the World Cup. Because, you know, tell me who can make it or who can not make it, but me earmark these. You see me earmark these. Bibi was 17, so Pepe was how much? Pepe was how much, people? Tell me Pepe was how much? Bibi was 17, Pepe was how much? Bowser and Borrell send a message. Well, Bowser and Borrell are two striker. People like the striker them a score. The striker them realize say, yo, if you're not scoring, you know, you're not trouble, you know. That the striker them realize say, yo, them have to score goals. Or them in a trouble right now. And again, for strikers, that them have to do, score goals. So, Wana Brown, as I said, played so far and play, I would say and play 4 matches. I know the 2 games them in the Caribbean Cup. So the first game we would have, no, 1 game in the Caribbean Cup. So the first game would have gotten a red card. 10 minutes him get red card. Judge against Robin Hood. But Mount Pleasant go on for winner 1 love. And then played 90 minutes against Mobile United. I think he would have played another game and then he came off injured. So now, Wana Brown, total matches for Jamaica. 10 matches played, 4 goals. 10 matches played, 4 goals. That is, what? That's nearly 40% or something like that per match. Goal scoring ratio, 4 goals in a 10 games and all assists, so that are 5 GA in a 10 games, that are 50%. You get me? I say that are 50% of the time them when play, him find a goal or assist. So Wana Brown score against who? Here Conrad Smith says score against who? Goal, Wana Brown. Goal, Conrad Smith. Goal. I see him thing. I tell me about wrestling. I see him thing. Then I tell me about wrestling. This man have one goal every other game, you know, and not tell me Brown are better than any of our strikers currently. Dean Fraser is saying, Jaja God. Alright, these 9 months are very important, fitness and form. Yeah, so the part of me and my course is that Wana Brown really shows him deserve a place on the plane in performance of go speak. That's all me I say no. What I'm saying is that in performance of go speak, me not tell you say him have a free run right now. No. Right now, him probably find himself out of the next squad. If him can't find fitness, because again, Wana Brown last 2 games would have been, he was on the bench for one of the game them. He was on the bench for the first game against Bermuda. And then he was out of the squad the second game against Trinidad in the stadium. So, me not tell you say, Wana Brown definitely in the squad. What me can tell you is, I think, based on him body of work when put in last season, remember I know he was the Premier League top scorer last season. Him, the body of work when put in last season would have also meant that is why he would have been in the squad. Plus scoring 4 goals in 10 games for the Reggae Boyz, having 5 goal and assists in 10 games for the Reggae Boyz. And that put him in the stead where him in right now. If we say Wana Brown is a real good option. So I think that Wana Brown is one of the names them where the coach should have known already. You see me? Yes, so Wana Brown is one of the names them I think not that far from the coach's list. And again, I know that Damian Lowe came on an interview the other day and spoke about the man, Meran Garden, and it's been a while I not hear nobody I call Meran Garden name. You get me? I say, I find it very ironic. I said this to and say, yo, when things not go well, we find a scapegoat real quick. Yo, Meran Garden for out of the team, low the team alone, the team of JPL players, which is not factual. You get me? I say, but we find an excuse real quick. Now things are go well, man. Not hear nobody I call Meran Garden name. You see me? And this is not me saying that all these players should make the team. I'm just trying to pick. I think the first player we look at, Wana Brown, have a good chance of making the squad. Now the second player we have to look at is the man himself, the other player that was in the squad recently. And if you know me again, today I'm Meran Earthstrong. Big up yourself, Meran. See that? Seal it. Today is Meran Garden's Earthstrong mode. I never know this, people. Me would have never know this. But yeah, the other player more of make mention of is the man himself. People, may I be honest with you? I also want to say me have a lot of favorites, but you see, from the first time I see that youth touch a ball in the national colours, me I say, yo, that youth are ultra talented. Me I say that youth are ultra talented people. Me I say, no man, Joshua Anglin, me no know. Joshua Anglin, as you can see and all, we know the story about Anglin. Anglin not for there Jamaica. We know Anglin not for there Jamaica. Anglin are one of the players them were clear that him talent bigger than the JPL. Just like how we could all see that Richard King talent really bigger than the JPL. Anglin are one of those players where nothing there at Jamaica, people. I'm gonna share this. People wanna share the video and smash a like on the video now. You see me? So we can have some interaction. This is not gonna be a long one now, people. It's not gonna be a long one. You see me? But Joshua Anglin, people, I know say the average fan really see Anglin and believe in him, because the truth is we have been searching for midfielders. One of the things we have found is that I think the coach love Anglin. And again, Anglin goes by the nickname of Rooney. I mean, I tell you, every time me go training session, one of the players them will play in a full 100 mode is this man on screen, Joshua Anglin. And I know Corissa call me hype man. Conrad call me hype man. But Joshua Anglin, people, this youth him name Rooney, and the coach say him name Rooney because remember Rooney, remember a young, fresh Rooney. Rooney was a striker. But me I tell you, Rooney used to buy lace. Rooney play hard tackle, hard ball, straight. You see me, and I say him get him name from. But not only off the ball, this youth really tackles well off the ball. Joshua Anglin also, in my opinion, Joshua Anglin is quality on the ball. I'm telling you something, people. I don't know who did they stadium one day. I want to send this real quick so I can focus on the video. People go over there, run up the likes on the Instagram page. Also, I'm supposed to be having a famous star from TikTok on the show. So, a star from TikTok supposed to join the show. You see me? So, let's see if the star from TikTok, and don't know a TikTok are in the place right now. One class. Next one name. No, and the next one then come here and say name. Bad Seki. But yeah, people, just unbelieve me. Just unbelieve me. You see, Anglin. Now I tell you something about Anglin. Anglin talent, to me, I think Anglin bigger than JPL. I think Anglin bigger than JPL, and if Anglin never have him situation, I don't think Anglin would have there in the JPL. They can see the youth talent. You see me? And that is facts. And you can't go around that. I mean, I tell you, if you see that youth play with the two eyes, you can't tell me say you see that youth play in the national colours or film club and tell me say Josh and Anglin not ready. We can't king your hype. I say, bro, stop. So what I say is, me think Anglin one of the players them will have a real shot of making the cut going into the World Cup squad. I don't know what you believe, and you tell me in the comment section, tell me if this is not true, but me believe say Josh and Anglin have the talent to make it to this World Cup squad. You tell me if you believe so. But especially the two first ball of them, me call, which is Wana Brown, Josh and Anglin. I think are two of the players them where currently, right now as we speak, they at a level we can make this World Cup squad where I forward up. You see me? And tell me if you not believe, you see me? But yeah, people, so Josh and Anglin. Take a look at Josh and Anglin, what he has been up to. Again, Anglin is 24 people. Remember, you know, 24. And for me, most of these players who I show you are players under the age of 25. Which means that not only they would have a next cycle, because next World Cup after 2026, they would have been, for them now to turn 30 as yet. So that is my criteria. That is my criteria. But just take a look at the comments, then people. I'm going to show you. Brown, as the striker J. Hummingbird is saying, people, again, the numbers running across the screen. Feel free to join. Feel free to make your voice be heard. The number is on the screen. You see me? If you agree or you strongly disagree, you don't know, you can call in and make your voice be heard. You see me? Patrick Riley say, if Jamaica makes the World Cup, big if, but more than likely, trash so-called coach Jaja. Toughy Rudy, big up yourself. No players have a seat on the plane except the 8th core. So Brown didn't earn his seat as yet. I think they earn a spot on the final 33 for the squad, but the final 26, they all need to earn it. Yeah, man, they all need to earn it. They all need to earn it. But I'm talking about players that I think that are in the coach's eye. You get me? I say me think say Josh and Anglin done that coach's eye already. So all him need for do I try have a strong season. And I think I want player where really can make this squad. Conrad Smith said, hype man. Rusty Cloud said, time is now. Dean Fraser said, bro, the coach have a new assistant from England. That's why. Rusty Cloud said, time to show out when all eyes will be on him. And people, we have first guest at join. I don't know, my first guest is almost here. I'm lock off him camera. I guess when I'm turning on back him camera, you can join my bro. But yeah, also supposed to have a TikTok sensation. Let me see what the TikTok sensation has said. You see me? Yeah, I'm join. I'm host join. Nikada, my bro, the hardest working man on social media. This is where people quality in quantity. This is Nikada Media House. So I go on, my bro.
Blessings.
Hold on, let me get my audio up.
Yeah, man, me I hear you know, everything.
Yeah, me I hear you. Well, go on, I go for my earphone. Well, you say we got 2 players so far, Wana Brown and Josh and Anglin. What say you about both of those players?
Why? I think Wana Brown, staying at JPL kind of make it look a bit more difficult when that ticket they need for book to go to the US and Mexico and Canada. Because the names that expect to walk through the door for the national team and then you don't know the bangarang right after November window. The bandwagon is about running. So, bro, when I know what happened, but I feel like Wana Brown have to go beat down the JPL even 10 times harder than him do over on it yard. For Mount Pleasant, try to get a ticket in that 26-man squad and probably be a reserve on the plane. You understand?
Yeah, but what am I have to do? Because you say I have to beat down but what am I have to do? Because there's only so much and no more you can do in the JPL. I think you have to reach probably different rounds, win the Caribbean Cup. What can Wana Brown and Josh and Anglin do? What them can do outstanding, because what can you do in the JPL? What more can you do? Top the JPL, win the JPL, win the Caribbean Cup. What are the things?
It's all about individual work as a JPL player. I mean, achievement with your club in the JPL, that doesn't really get you into the JPL, to be honest. It's all about what you do individually. And to be honest, Warner Brown Africa scored probably 20 plus goals again, to get himself back, directly on that flight. You understand? Because you can see, with Steve McLaren, with players without names, you have to be doing something extremely good. So the players like him and the Angling, them have to do a lot of individual stuff to get themselves, try to at least, to be considered on the plane. I mean, look, Warner Brown is around the team at this moment. We know if I never for the injury, he would have played some minutes in the last 2 games, so he's in around. But what happened when Steve McLaren getting favorites? What happened when him getting in more England type base players, into the team? Space are gonna be limited for him. You understand? So I feel like the move to Europe was the right thing to do in the summer. You understand? It was the right thing, and it was on the card. And it's just, I heard that some local miscommunication and some mishap why he didn't get that move. Especially to one of the eastern countries in Europe. But I heard he said something about Wana Brown. Not Wana Brown, of Joshua Anglin, about his situation, what happened, in Miami. We know the drip case that happened, allegedly. But why Peter Gould never sent Anglin out of Belgium than Sule Makala?
Yeah, so I'm glad they bring that up, because the next question is going to be, if Wana Brown and Anglin get sent to over there in Belgium, because we see it, 3 new players are. What's the total amount of players who are gone over there in Belgium, the Belgium third league? Because I actually have played that video there while we're at it as well.
Yeah, what?
Because
Levante and the
so yeah,
ex-College
Levante, Campbell,
yeah,
Romy and Blake. Because
Romy and Blake.
Here's the thing about Romy and Blake. Romy and Blake, like Wana Brown, them just signed those players this season, right?
Yeah.
So Wana Brown, them could have still decided to send Wana Brown go over there, but they chose not to. You see me, just like as we say, why them not send Anglin go over there?
Yeah.
Now you think if them send Wana Brown and Anglin go over there, that would have boots them case? You think that would make a better case for them third tier of Belgian league?
Kinda, because they already had that status in the JPL. But again, the Belgium pyramid and all the league set up over there, to be honest, the third tier, I want to say we should be picking players on the third tier in Belgium football, but the development stage, it's very good. The process is very good. But I was expecting to see younger players, get over there. Not Sule Makala, but with all respect. You understand? With all respect, but what he's going to achieve out of this? Just probably get some experience and to say, okay, I played in Europe, and just to say, okay, I don't know if he's going to get more money, if Mount Pleasant going to pay some of his salary, but the money in Belgium, down in that tier, it's not a lot. You understand? And these lot of Mount Pleasant players, they get a lot of money more than these players in the third tier. You understand? So I don't know, man, but I think Anglin would have been a good shout if he'd have made, that move. But is it his case and the scenario around him why he didn't make that move? I don't know. That's something need to be, asked for a hierarchy in the Mount Pleasant camp. You understand? But Anglin for me have some very good attribute. I was watching him during that time. I think it was NASL, one of those, development league in the US, and I was looking at it and said, like, this player is a very good player. He showed a lot of attribute to the game of what a midfielder, like to bring to the table of the national team. But bro, to be honest, if he don't get that run, we don't know if he can manage, the national team. You understand? But I feel like he do have something if he can get himself to that next level, King. and to being coached by some other coaching staff who is highly skilled, can train and develop and try to give these 23, 24-year-olds a little bit more, you understand, of coaching, of okay, this is the way you can look at the game. Again, maybe if they can get like a 12 months of that, they can go to the next level. Yeah, it might not be to the level of where the top midfielders in CONCACAF, but it will at least, where they can help, the national teams in around the squad. Like we have massive players, out injured, could have come in and do a job from the get-go. You understand? He can't do angling can't do a far worse a job than what Joe Latibodier did in that midfield. Do you understand? He can't do a far worse.
Definitely. And here's the ironic thing about angling. And people, you know over there, at the superstar, your camera off, TikTok superstar. When you're ready, let me know if your camera got turn on or you turn on the camera or what. Because your mic unmute, but you're not live yet. We have a TikTok sensation over here, people. Go on.
What's up?
People.
I can't tell if I can turn on the camera because where am I now?
Okay. So people, we have be a superstar on screen right now. You don't know man like Nicardo Media House is here. And people, if you don't know Janetta, when you go over there on the TikTok, I mean I tell you, Janetta have some of the wildest takes them, but she talk from her heart, people.
Rage bait. It's low-key rage bait sometimes, because I have to get the people, riled up for no reason.
You see, no way I do over there, Janetta. Yo, yeah. Nicardo, we don't have them style, bro. Janetta have some style in here. Tell you, Janetta literally say some things, get the place crazy. But Janetta, the reason why I'm have you on that episode, especially because like watching the content and stuff, I know that you're a true believer. You know what I mean? Like 3-9, like Jamal, a true believer in some of the local talents them. And as you can see from the comments so far, not a lot of people are give any of the local talents them much hope. You know what I mean? Say not a lot of them with rational back for say, especially when we get in more of the Cameron Archers, them man like Wana Brown, it's gonna be more difficult for them to also make the squad, which is also true. So you see me, but Wana Brown and Joshua Anglin, I know say you have told me that you haven't really watched them much from season, but based upon the history, what you know about those, especially those two players, you think the Wana Brown are Anglin in a good stead if them keep up performance, they can make the final cut for the World Cup squad?
I for sure think so. I think with the Warner Brown though, and I've always said it, I say boys, when Boza come back into the squad, Boza have to really pull up. We have to go work. As I know for like the previous games. I know he was called up when we played Trinidad. He got some minutes Trinidad game. But the previous squads, he wasn't in that squad, I believe.
In the previous squad, Boza wasn't in the previous.
Yes, so he wasn't called up. I think I made a video about how them call up Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio didn't play football again, but they never call up Boza, who has actively been playing football. And Boza contributes a lot to the squad, though. I must say that. So for sure, like I always say, like Warner Brown's work rate is really high too. So if him can just continue being consistent, I tell him the boy can get one a game for sure. I can see that about Wana Brown, definitely.
And I hear that people, Janetta spoke, Janetta, I girl. Anglin, you know much about Joshua and Anglin.
I really, Joshua and Anglin was, before him joining Mount Pleasant, where was he? I don't really know much about him. Like, but
So,
he was at Harborview.
Yeah, Harborview, right? That's what I know. He was at Harborview, and then I think he went away for a bit. So I'm not really taking him ball game when him there Harborview. But
right, so
watching him at Mount Pleasant, I know he's a first player.
The question is, they are stadium what there? They are stadium what there, Janetta?
Yeah. Would I miss that match for anything? No, I was there for sure.
All right, so I could go right tonight because those who never there stadium, I tell them something what there, and the man never rush me. Ryan, rush me over I'm channel over there. Wickedly. Elite Sports Depot. Yo. Yeah, hype up. Dixon. Rush me and him army. You see me? I'm telling you something at my stadium what day again. Josh and Anglin, I'm telling you, Cara Anderson, come on. Calm down the game at stadium. Cara Anderson,
the tempo,
come
the
on.
tempo, found the tempo.
Yo, the man tempo the game right at the time when we needed it. But Josh and Anglin, come on, midfield, come give with that extra that we needed again. So the coach changed it and bring on Anglin. Mr. People, Anglin make a pass to the right hand side. I think I Dixie the man pass a ball too. Nicardo, me I tell you. I don't know if you could have seen it on the TV. You ever hear ping yet? You know when time them say a ball ping? The man ping a ball, grass cutter, this level, straight. Me I say boom, me I say ball. The stadium say ball. But guess what? The ball is not gonna be talked about much. Because of just Josh and Anglin pass it. Me I tell you.
Yeah.
I tell you for those who did the stadium who can remember the pass it. Thing of beauty, man. Just
but to be honest, King, to be honest, you know, when we're looking at the JPL, you know, look, player with energy, player with that, you know, passion, that willing to put his body on the line. I think Anglin are one of the midfielder where is the
Sorry, gentlemen, I'm muted when you're not talking because I think we're getting a feedback. Yeah, unmute. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, so Anglin are one of the midfielder there where in the Premier League, him kind of stall at this moment. To be honest, if him can get exposed to a higher level, higher coaching standard and playing and competing on the grass, you know, in training, you know, day in and day out against, you know, better competitors, you know, teammates, he will get better. To be honest, there's few players in the JPL that if they can get that move, you know, we can see a different type of quality. And just by looking at him as a ball inside, that look, yo, I play the game, you know, that's my position. I feel like Anglin have something about him that he want to bring it out. But you see, sometimes when you're stagnant in a run, in an area at times, you know, it's like that momentum is not helping you. That environment is not helping you. And we're seeing it, you know, who could tell that, you know, Kyan Dixon playing his last D Cup game for Clarendon College would have been playing, you know, in League One, League Two, in a team that got promoted to the championship. So you need that bit of luck at times. And I do feel like, you know, if he can get that luck and go to a different club outside of Jamaica, outside of CONCACAF, I think it will suit him really well because he's strong. You know, you could see that he's a fit player as well. Little bit can go over the top, you know, a bit aggressive, you know, really erratic in his way of, you know, dealing with other person's opponent team, the referee and stuff like that. A little bit angry. And you want that as a midfielder. You know, so Anglin shows me a bit of when, you know, O'Neal Bigger Thompson, you know, back in his days, you know, younger days in the early 2000s, you know, coming up, you know, in the Premier League and stuff like that, especially when Boystown got promoted in 2005. So him shows me something similar like that look, he can go to that, you know, Scandinavia, like the same journey that O'Neal Bigger Thompson was. You understand? But I think he needs that right, proper agency, somebody that going to get him that really good move, and then it will all down to the player to get the best out of himself in a better environment. So I think the environment is kind of stalling at this moment. The field.
So let's talk about the facts about Anglin. So Anglin so far have 4 games, 298 minutes. You get me? I say 9 legs, 2 games in the Premier League, 2 games in the Caribbean, CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Now, the truth is, so I read a few comments. Melish Walker, big up yourself, say, regardless, the best players will make the World Cup, right? Dean Fraser said, King, go get some rest, bro, and come again tomorrow. Because Dean Fraser believes that none of these players will not be making it. Conrad Smith is saying that not even USL want him. Now, Conrad Smith, the fact is the fact. Anglin had a bit of issues, legal issues over there in United States. That's why Anglin find himself back at Jamaica. That is facts. So I don't think it's a quality thing, make Anglin there. I think it is based off real life things. And again, people, sometimes we forgot say these players are human beings. And yes, Papa? No, none is that there. Yeah, people, you know, tell people them like a video and you come here and come and talk about foolishness. So tell them like a video and go back in. Yeah. All right, Papa Musuko. So
Let us get popular.
yeah, so
Okay.
the issues, Nicardo, the issues were surround him as a human being. And the reason why I bring up this is that remember the youth was score. Sure. Remember the youth was score against Jamaica. The youth was score hat-trick. The youth play for Panama. That youth that got jail must have for about 10 years, Or something like that, 10 years and him wear the big number 10 for Panama. So now we figure that these youths, they are human beings who have real life issues outside of football. And issues outside of football might limit them. So I'm glad to Conrad Smith say not even USL want him for remind Conrad Smith say this youth and personal life, I think I'll limit him where he can go and what he can do. Now, when tell me say I'm reason with the baller tell me say there are some people where just need to do certain things, to clear up certain things, and from them things they sort out, the baller should be good to go. You get me? I say so it's not about a lack of quality sometimes, people. It's about issues with surround your personal life. So yeah,
you don't think that with him being at Mount Pleasant and the backing of that football club, the hierarchy in that department, you don't think they could have at least moved the needle by now?
I think the first thing they might do is give him a platform for him still in the national team, because the truth be told is if you see angling at the national team and actually I get minutes, that are the first thing them can do. But you're right about that. So if anybody can move the needle, I think it's them. But yeah, as I say, angling the age, I'm also what Jay brother said, he's young, good look for Jamaica. You see me Rusty Clouds and make him know say smash the like button. Nicardo, Rusty Clouds a big up Nicardo, Conrad a big up Nicardo, you don't know Mellish, Walker, big up. Yo, you walk with the fans them. You walk with 10 million fans in the stands. People, Nicardo, great work, man. You see me, everybody have to recognize a legend. You reach legend status in my boy. 2 videos a day, every day. Yo, people. Me, I tell you, in Vibes Cartel used to do 100 songs. Yo, so yo.
I try to pull off a chronicler.
A chronicler. Melly Shwaka said only the best players will make the World Cup.
Yeah, and she right. And she right about that. She right about that. With my own, sentiment around what Melly Shwaka said, only the best players will make the World Cup team. I'm looking at it, and the other day I was just looking at the TV, watching, some JPL, and I was thinking to myself, like, it's been like 27, 28 years, since 1998, and we had an influx of local players that make that World Cup team. And I'm talking to myself, all in a reason with myself, like, how many JPL players that's playing locally at this moment, will make this team? Not just by, they said, all right, this player, we need him to get seller, need him to get highlight in the World Cup to make some money, but players that have real quality, players that, can threaten, UK-based players, European-based players, by their abilities, getting runs in the team. To be honest, I probably only could think of only one, I think there only might be one local player, outfield player, that will probably get picked, in that World Cup squad.
Here's what we're going to do, Nicardo. Here's what we're going to do, because I think me get the information for like 18, and these 18 would have been some of the players them around the squad. So we'll go through them real quick, because you talk about Sule Makala, and Danny J did already talk about the reason why him feel like Sule Makala got sent to Belgium, and he's saying that
the reason
basically goal, basically the owner just a reward Sule Makala for him great service when we have put in over the years. So him basically, remember bro, the fact that a lot of players, their dream is to actually get signed for a pro team overseas, and this would have been a dream come true for a player like Makala, because this would have been really, really something where him probably that thing say would have never happened a couple years ago, because him that thing say, yo, this gun left him far behind him now. So if you see him owner just say, you know what, I'm going to reward you for doing this.
King
is a really good look. You get me? I say.
To be honest, that's a good recognition from the boss to him captain. But bro, the Belgium coaches, they know to develop technical players. Yeah, they started a mission. I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. and then you have the birds of Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku. They have that system. They have a formula that working for them. Look at how them flood the the European market probably like 10 years ago with Belgium players. They're all over. You understand? And they're still producing players. So there's something that working for them in the Belgium Pro League system for the academies. There's something there that is just working. But you don't think that a player like Joshua Anglin would have been more of a better suited player for Mount Pleasant, for the sales, for the club, a little bit of a sell-on class where they can make money as well. You understand? So if you're saying that, Danny Jet saying that, it's a reward for Sule Makala, why not sell Ladiel Richie as a internship so he could go over there and learn from the coaching staff as well?
So I guess, as I say, I know you look at it, but look at the facts again, because the truth is the two players that are in the national team from Mount Pleasant the most has been Wana Brown and Joshua Anglin, and those two them opt finna send them over there. So for whatever reason, they decide that those two players is best them keep them two players in the league and not send them over there. I couldn't tell you why, but I play that video and just look on the video and tell me what you will see.
You know our joy of living. You know our joy of living. But for us, it's a duty to succeed in Europe, and above all, to make man succeed. Honor more, one love, RAEC Mons.
When I look on that video there, what you will see, bro, you see pride, you see joy, you see like a different level of, yo, this man would have never happened before. You get me? I say, look on this again. So basically, what me see from them video there, bro, is a joy of actually doing something that probably them never think could have been done years ago. You get me? I say so. Not the Sule Makala. I don't know. We'd have to sit down with the club owners to say why them use those players strategically. But more I move on because really I gotta try to do that show you real quick. So yeah, Anglin would have played 4 games so far this season, 2 in a JPL, 2 in the Caribbean Cup. Again, Anglin at 24 years old, I think he's at a really good age. Anglin last game for Jamaica would have been coming on for 12 minutes in the National Stadium. You don't know, 12 minutes in the National Stadium again with that extremely good pass. And he also helped to calm down the midfield when we needed to. So in total, Anglin have 9 games. In total, he have 9 games played. So Anglin have a few games under him belt. So 9 games for the Reggae Boyz in total. So Anglin has played a bit for the Reggae Boyz. Now, interesting. I know I'm going to run through them players here real quick because I know say these are going to divide opinions. So now reach down to the other players that were in the squad recently. Now, we saw where Jamaica recently got called up to the squad, right? And it was very interesting to me because I'm like, Jamai Tope hasn't been in the squad for a minute. Tope is 25 again, decent age again, 25 playing for Mount Pleasant. Again, it's a whole lot of Mount Pleasant players in our city. Born January 13, 2000. Tope so far have 3 total appearances. You get me? I say JPL and CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Tope has 9 appearances also for Jamaica. What are Topi's chances, Nikada? Real quick. What do you think Topi's chances now? What do you make of Topi really being in the national team, finding him way back in the national team for the last camp?
To be honest, it was all pure luck and it was all down to the injuries. But for any Jamaican Premier League players, especially playing in the center half position, if they are not better than Richard King, they can't be in a team. Straight up. And Richard King is the benchmark. He's a recent one that just left. But my thing is, with a player like Jamoy, was a real prospect, with his height, his physicality, his aerial presence in the air, got exposed, over in, I think it was Philly, it was playing for Better Hill, one of the affiliate teams for the unions in, I think, the USL. But my issue with Jamoy, and a lot of people not gonna say it, but the lifestyle, NICU Daily, the lifestyle, bro, the lifestyle dragged them behind. You understand? Their own personal lifestyle dragged their career right on the ground. When you look at a player like
So
Toby,
it's not injuries.
no, the injuries, it's in football. But when you look at the lifestyle, when you look at the player, taking care of his body, I mean, bro, Topi like 2-3 years ago, is like had like 20-30 more pounds than what he have right now. You understand? The players with real potential coming out from the Manning Cup, some academies, sometimes they don't carrying that real sense of humor of a professional player. And a few of them, including Jamai Topi, for me, this is my personal, statement on Jamai Topi. His lifestyle helped drag his career behind. He was a very good player. Remember that team that Jerome had, that went to, I think it was in the US, where we drew with Linus them. It was under 17, under 20. And I think it was under 20. That team was a real good team, bro. Back in 2019. We only missed out on that World Cup qualification, goals. I think the Mexicans score more goals than us. But Topi was a real good player that you would say, look, probably would him ceiling at that time at his age during 2019 was probably a little bit taller than Richard King. You understand? But the drive, the commitment of taking care of his body, taking care of his career, want to move to the next step. Yes, injury would have been rattle his career there and there, but it's all in the game. What you can do, we see players coming back from some of the nastiest injury. Danny Carvajal just came back from an ACL, and it seems like he was playing football for the last 12 months. So it's a lifestyle. You understand? At times, but real good player, but I don't think he stand a chance.
So here's the reason why I'm asking about that as well, though, Nicardo. You don't think him stand a chance, but remember, just the last camp we saw, we got real hit with a lot of the centre half them out. Pinocchio was out. Bellu can't play centre half was out. Bernard was out. Lati can't play centre half was out. So literally, we were all of the centre half them that would have been that would have represented Jamaica for the last couple of years. We were down to 3. We were down to Low, King, and Holgate.
Yeah.
And again, you can't have 3 centre half in our squad. So now, if injuries, God forbid the injuries then not happen again. But if those players are out again, who are the players that you would have said you had to look forward to seeing in the squad over Jamai Topi? Because really and truly the other day when we got through it, unless you ever go back for some players that would have been picked recently, again, maybe bring up some of them. Really and truly, there were no other outstanding candidate where you could have said him definitely should have done it. I remember when the conversation was being had, people have said Wes Harding.
Yeah.
Wes Harding, like really and truly, it wasn't a lot what they can say. Topi was not justified for being at the squad, and this man should have done it because we don't need pick for names.
Yeah.
The other day, so really and truly, that was a case. And if that become the case again, that's how these players can probably is a sliding door moment for them. But we can move on. Again, now the real case now, the goalkeeping case. The goalkeeping issues that we have. Now, really and truly, we see what going with Blakey. We see what going with Blakey.
Yeah.
People call for Amal Knight. Every time I look for Amal Knight, I can't see where I play football. We see what happened with Jaden Ebert. We know the case of Kanaya Boys Clan now playing a game. Corey Adai, we know him with the situation with him. So it's right here again, and this is where we are. So now goalkeeper and scream Tafari Chambers again. We're gonna just go through all the goalkeepers them real quick. So Chambers, he was on the bench for 4 games so far. Then again, Kemar Foster on next one. Currently at Mount Pleasant, and the ironic thing is all of these goalkeepers are at Mount Pleasant. Foster actually have 3 games for Jamaica so far. So Kemar Foster and Chambers, what are the odds? You think one of those two will actually be on the plane?
Tafari and Shakwan?
No, Tafari and Kemar Foster. The reason why I left out Shakwan is because Shakwan's supposed to be making his move. So that's the reason why I left out Shakwan.
To be honest, at this point, for the 3rd string goalkeeper to be the national team, I think we should bring 4 goalkeepers to the in the World Cup, but as have one as as a reserve if anything. But for the 3s that going to register in the squad, Blakey and Waite is there. I think Tafari is a very good goalkeeper. Really like his attributes. Really like his temperament in the box. Or he's trying to organize his players in the 6-yard box at times. Can be a little bit vocal at times, but I think Tafari is that goalkeeper, and I do feel like if it wasn't for injury, Shakwan Davis wouldn't be sniffing the bench for the national team. Tafari should be that guy, and Shakwan Davis is not better than him. It's just unfortunately the situation happened, and he found himself there. But Kemar Foster, I don't think he stand a chance. I do feel like situations, a lot of the situations where you're talking about the center back position and you're talking about the goalkeeper, we're going to have players that's going to become available. I'm telling you, King, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but which players have become available now for the goalkeeping department? Because
if you could ask me the 3 goalkeepers that should probably get picked for the next squad, maybe if Ada is not ready, Tafari, Waite, and Blakey. Blake played today. Against, I think, New England. He kept a very good clean sheet. His team won. He seems like he's okay now. They just didn't really want to risk Blakey in a few games back when his team was playing on an AstroTurf. That goes. So it's going to be, again, really keen eyes to pay attention to Blakey going to QSL. But Tafari, Blakey, and Waite for me at this moment. That's 3.
Yeah, so here's the reason. All right. So basically, me doing this show, bro, me realize most of us, content creator, YouTube space, when we talk about the World Cup team and we talk about national team, we totally has been leaving out all of these players. So me take it upon myself to really talk about these players. So the idea is, and this is what me ask you, you think if there are any player from the JPL for make it in the last cut for the World Cup, it would have been probably Tafari Chambers have one of the strongest case based on the fact that where we are with the goalkeeping situation. That is what me I try to find out. You feel so?
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Tafari should be there at this moment.
Okay. All right. So we can move right along. So now moving right along to one of again a good left-footed player. Again, he was in the Jamaica team for the Trinidad and Tobago game. Man like Ronaldo Biggs currently Mount Pleasant. Tricky thing about Biggs is that I think Biggs is a guy Mount Pleasant gonna be a starter. He hasn't really been a starter. Ronaldo Biggs at age of 23 again, as may I say, most of these players, may I check them age and see which power they real quick. 4 games so far this season, 148 minutes in 4 games. Even that one more minutes than that. But where you make a Ronaldo Biggs chances? And again, where you see the player? You like the player?
Yeah, really like the player. Really like him. He's brave 1v1 as a winger. In the last season of the JPL at Racing, but going to Mount Pleasant, I don't think he will even stand a chance in the national team. You understand? Look, what we talk about for players, King, to express themselves, play minutes, get the freedom of being in that starting 11 week in, week out, and the racing team, would have been that perfect platform for him. But then again, when you talk about structure in the JPL financially, a player will always jump to the move of go to Mount Pleasant. Which I would say it's the Chinese cemetery for certain players, especially for number 9s. You understand? See, Wana Brown can't even find him socks to put on for play a game at this moment. So Mount Pleasant have been pretty good, for the league, but it's been a graveyard for more than 50% of the players that went to Mount Pleasant over the last 5 years. But Biggs, for me, I don't think he stand a chance at this moment.
All right, so the other player I take a look at real quick again, Rhyme Edwards. And again, 4 games so far, 1 goal. Another Mount Pleasant player, 177 minutes. Edwards is 22 years old. Rhyme Edwards, real quick. Can we have to go through the
Rhyme Edwards, remind me of Burrell, kind of that similar trait. A little bit robust in that, in between the 2 goal posts, tried to make a lot of runs. Player that, seems like he just never stopped running. That's an energetic, a player that would love to finish. And he was really sharp. Look at the number 9s that they brought into the club last season. And he was the one that stepped up last season as a number 9. When a lot of them, I don't know where were they. Yeah, I think they were just hiding behind the sun in the Sunshine State, in the Garden Parish, I say. But again, Raheem Edwards, don't stand a chance at this moment. Any player going to get picked as a number 9 in the national team, they must be better than Wana, and I don't think anybody at this moment really pushing that ceiling where Wana Brown is pushing the ceiling.
Okay, so the man everybody talk about, the man himself, headband, bashy, creativity people are called for in a midfield. What do you make of Bashy's chances? Currently he's 21-year-old.
Yeah.
You see me? Nikhil Ellis, 21 years old so far, 3 games in the Premier League, 2 goals. One of them is a lab. I show the lab tonight, 21. Again, Ryan Menders is 22. Nikhil Ellis, 21. What about Nikhil Ellis's chances?
To make it into the squad?
Yeah.
I think he's the one for 2030, to be honest. I think he's the one for 2030. I don't think he's stand a chance at this moment. Very good player. He's actually my favorite, number 10 in the league. I remember probably a few seasons back when Ajuma Johnson was at Arnett Garden. He was a very good number 10. But Nikhil Ellis, he have that swagger about him where there's not much player playing in his position that is a high for goal, is a high for creativity, is a leader, someone that bring his teammates into the game. So he's like the glue, for racing. And for someone that was 19, 20 of last season, what he had done last season for racing, it was a tremendous work under Anthony Patrick. You understand? And now, he's 21, just turned 21 in this year. So it shows that the maturity of this player. And he's not coming from a name brand school as well. You understand? So if you look at it, the players that come up through the ranks in the JPL and get the big move, a lot of these players are not from the traditional schools that we used to. So but I think he needs an agent. I think he needs a proper agent that can help him, and I think he needs to work on himself in terms of the technical ability. Will get better over time, but if he can work on the strength of his game, I think he will be one for the future.
Yeah, definitely. So the thing with Bashy, the youth have performed on the field. And again, I think if he finish with a 20 plus goal season, and as I said, 20 goals and 10 assists, make a strong case for himself. But again, Nicola, bro. The thing is, people are asked for creativity in a midfield, creative midfield, and people would go and call about the names like Ravel Morris. So we can't see Ravel playing a ball. The truth is, we see what Bashy do and where he perform. So now Conrad Smith has said, people, welcome to the Hype Man Show. Like and share, spread the word. Now, Conrad Smith, only certain ball I don't know what we talk about. It's clear. So we don't have to talk about them, but if nobody do this, me not see nobody around on the YouTube space where I do this. Me I'll be honest with you. We only
you're right.
Focus on a specific set of ballers like them ballers in our foot and them ballers in have aspiration as well. Come on, man, Conrad Smith. You know what levels you say, I know the levels they are drop. But again, It's a youth for now and the future, because what we can see is that the youths, them, the Bailey Calamarchi, them are 20 as well. 20 and 21, we know, so them are playing at a different level. But again, we just have to take a look at them and don't forget them. No stone should be left unturned, as what the coach said. But she had 21, 3 games so far, 2 goals. If the youth continue it, and I'm telling you something, there will be games for the Reggae Boys where we can take a look at some of these players. Me I tell you, if we qualify early, me I say give some of them some look in and make we see what them there. You see me, especially a January camp, etc., etc. If the youth continue strong season, I think Nikhil Ellis have a strong case to make for himself, and him have to go to go perform. And the other youth we want to talk about is Nikhil Fuller. Now the thing is, I have to do it just like this. Yeah, potential players. Yeah, either way, King just remember. Yeah, man, I know tough with it. The thing is, Nikhil Ellis and Nikhil Fuller coming like one and the same. People can't talk about Nikhil Ellis and not talk about Nikhil Fuller. The only thing is that Nikhil Fuller has been out injured. You see me, and again, Nikhil Fuller would have gotten that assist in the game versus Trinidad and Tobago. I think that game was when? In sometime early up in the year against Trinidad and Tobago. One game so far for the national team. The difference is Nikhil Ellis hasn't played for the national team. Again, Nikhil Fuller would have played for the national team. Again, Fuller is now injured, so he must really forward back, hit the ground running and do something really special. But real quick on Nikhil Fuller.
One of the better wingers in the league, 1v1, but what really strike me with this player, the strike, the technique of kicking the ball, for a skinny player like him, he have a really good kick with the football. You understand? Wherever he got that from, you need to continue that. But with a lot of these players, like Nicola, with Fuller and, Ellis, these players need the move urgent. Like, they need the move. You understand? They get into that age where Europe don't want to see them anymore, which they already past the age. But you have certain clubs that will still take them, get them into their system, develop them, for 12 months and then sell them on for, not the biggest fee, but something that's profitable than with them that buy them from a JPL club. But if they can't get themselves out of the league, King, they're just going to be stagnant and then they're just going to be wasteful. You understand? But Fuller, I think him have somewhere that he's not far from a Trayvon Reed. And Trayvon Reed, show that he can do it in the USL as well. You understand? I remember Chevon Messi Marsh, for Calabar, playing at Cavalier, it's similarity, you understand? But different type of player, but the technical ability of trying to beat players 1v1, it's there. And Chevon Marsh can hold him on, you understand? In the USL, even though it's one, but if he can get there and then try to move on again, go to a higher ceiling, it will work out better for some of these players. So a lot of these players as 2021 King, it's all about 2030, 2034.
All right, this because Fuller 20 people again talk about Fuller technique, especially from the dead ball. You see me, and again 1v1 the youth have flares. Injured right now, so I'm really left to fall back and see what him can do. Another player, man called Itis himself. You get me? I say Robino Garden. Again, Robino Garden so far him have 1 cap for the national team, 3 cap for the U20. Robino Garden made the move to Chapelton Maroons from Veer Phoenix. Again, Robino Garden, what are his odds? What are the odds about Robino Garden making it real quick? Less than 30 seconds on the players. Go through it real quick.
Very good. His strength, really draw me attention. The strength of his game, it shows me that he's not far away. Don't talk about the potential, it's there, but the strength of his game shows me that he's ready and he can.
19-year-old.
There's a chance in him that we can take and actually groom him. Look, Ricardo Baby Gardner wasn't the finished product. Do you understand? Some of these guys, Lembe Kisa, when he just came for
Lembe Kisa not playing a game, how much game now Lembe Kisa not getting a game for him team. We're going to have to talk about it on the show again, But Lembe Kisa, the right back who have now.
You want me to emphasize on it?
Huh?
You want me to emphasize on it? Look a bit more. Lembe?
Yeah, because we don't really want to talk about Lembe because I really recall
Next
Robina
player.
Gardner, but continue. But as I said, the mere fact them no levels in a draw again, but Robina at 19, continue, but you bring up Lembe Kisa when now play film club. I think him that get a move and a play film club, him now play film. Sorry for cut here, but continue.
All right. You see this now? Reason why a lot of these players need that move king, especially like a Robina, the JPL, when compared to the standard of the Central American leagues, it's way beyond of expectation. It's way beyond. Do you understand? If you look at even go to El Salvador, even Guatemala, these leagues, the ceiling of those leagues and the development that they get at their club, even though it's chalk to cheese compared to the US market to Central America, but they way ahead of us. They have they doing something that the JPL coaches, the youth development coaches in Jamaica, coaches in Jamaica, it's just starting to get a little bit better at this moment where coaches is, teaching the youths and, the high standard of how a player should develop. So if a team, in the Panamanian, Premier League and a player is playing for that club, when he get picked for the Panamanian club, he's going to look out of class because he's getting the right and proper development. You understand? So until we can really, get the JPL on that standard or even go higher than a lot of these Central Americans, leagues, the Panamanian, the Costa Rican leagues, so that's why certain people used to call for Javanese because he scored goals over there. You understand? But our players are, like, I would say from 17 onwards, our players are totally not up to the level of the Central American teams and other players that compare.
So we know that, but that out of the door already, bro. So the thing is, these players can't do anything about that right now.
No.
Them can only do what they can do where they are, which is Robina Gardner, Chapelton now, and probably him just can't perform where he is now. I understand, as we all said, the drawbacks them where them are pull the levels card, but again, the player's only 19-year-old. I think that you would talk about players who needs agents. I think that he's with one of the agents that gets players overseas, because if somebody asks if he wasn't Owen said didn't Garden go to Italy again, remember what they are, but bring him to Italy as well. So the thing is, him there on an agent, we can't get him a move overseas. However, the fact is he's 19 and there isn't so much and no more he can do than perform where he is at the moment. And again, he's a 19-year-old as a player when we think him skill set really high. And again, as I say, what I'm doing is identifying, I pick out 18 of these players when we think of the skill set. First and foremost, where, as you say, if them probably get the move, but these are players where I think if we're going to find 1, 2, or 3 players, we're going to make the final cut, it's going to be out of this 18 we got through. So that's Robina Gardner so far in play 1 game for Jamaica, that is the international friendly against Trinidad and Tobago, is in 3 games for the U20 team. The other player we want to talk about is the man himself, Denzel McKenzie. Where is Dan? This is Dan player. Is him, Denzel McKenzie, formerly of Veer Phoenix, currently with Cavaliers FC. That one here, I want to story them at the summer. You get me? I say I know the transfer of the summer was Alexander Isaac, but locally the story isn't far from the Alexander Isaac. This is the Alexander Isaac story of the summer as it relates to transfers. But we see Denzel McKenzie really gone over there to Cavaliers again. McKenzie, 18. Again, look at the age of the player. We know say Cavaliers like for have these young players, but 18-year-old so far. Total 5 games, 2 goals. Denzel McKenzie, what are his chances real quick in terms of a creative midfielder, number 10 that can score? You think making that move to Cavaliers now make him closer to the national team or not? Real quick on Denzel McKenzie.
Then you're talking about conflict of interest, if you're going to say that. But
I'm just saying, no. All right. Look on it logical. Look on it from a logical standpoint, Nika. majority of the players, again, we talk about Dan beat me for a player when we talk about Tariq Mitchell, saying that Tariq Mitchell not have a certain standard or that make England team already. Now the truth be told is Tariq Mitchell is a player that you would think that if Tariq Mitchell is there, Manchester United, Tariq Mitchell is there in the England team already. That's just my argument, right? Now, Dan also made the argument for say Tariq Mitchell would have been a Manchester United team already if he's that good. Now, to the Tariq Mitchell score a rated goal off on right foot. The point what I try to make, over the world, you have the countries them have majority of the players them from the top clubs. So that's why what you will find majority of the players them that made the national team came from where? The last camp, the local players them were there in the national team. We had like one time 3 goalies, and all 3 of them came from where? Mount Pleasant, because Mount Pleasant buy all of the best players them. Now the point is you can't go around this. Cavaliers has been one of the most successful teams in Jamaica for the last 5 years. I think 3 titles in 5 years. So that's a Cavaliers that be a Man City there. And if Man City had more English players, you'd expect those English players to be in the national team, for argument's sake. You get me? I say, just like a Barcelona. When Barcelona reign, one time on 9 Barcelona players there. In the Spanish team. So logically speaking, you have merit for go off for say these teams that do well, take out the quote-unquote conflict of interest out of it, but the teams them do well, and then the other thing you have to take a look at is irrespective. I know that there's a lot of things that's been said about Denzel McKenzie and Speed and Butler and them ball and court case I go on, which I don't want to have nothing to do with, by the way. So let me stay far from that.
Yeah.
But the argument was that Speed that same no one Phoenix baller them now, Phoenix baller them Ghana Cavalier. Now my thing is that we can't say anything we want to say about Speed them no talent. We can't say anything we want to say about Butler them no talent. So it come right back to talent. This is an 18-year-old talent that the youth so far in a few games are showing talent. I'm more focused on the talent aspect of it. You see me? Let's focus on the talent aspect. I don't want to go into the mix-up part, right? Because the mix-up part, and not for me though. And for somebody else though, that's the next day. You see me? Because I really want to just talk about in chances in terms of him talent. Talent-wise, focus on the talent and the ability of the player. You get me? I say, and the fact same Ghana one club are more likely to win the league. Again, that's why I'm quote it that way then. Because again, when people ask me, say, when me have highlight how much Mount Pleasant ball in our last squad, I don't hear nobody talk about it. And the fact, but in talent, when you think about talent, 18-year-old, you think this is a player with an outside shot of making the national team?
No. Get it straight out there. No, Theo is a creative player. Someone that who likes to be on the ball. But when you look on him gameplay, when you look at how he want to play, it's too slow. It is at this modern day, it's too slow for me. He needs to work on his fitness. He's nowhere near the level of playing high quality U20 World Cup qualifier at that standard in this region. Let me say that. I don't know if because he was frozen out of Phoenix and he's just coming back towards to a team that he's playing week in week out now. But if he can get there and improve his gameplay, I mean, creative player, he's good to some level, but I don't think he's a world beater. No, I don't. No, talent-wise, I don't think he's up there. Talent-wise. He can get there, but at this moment, I don't think he's up there. I think, I love watch Theo. Theo is a good youth, but for me, Theo kind of a little bit overhyped by Craig Butler. You understand? A little bit overhyped by Craig Butler. It's levels to this. And me, how much I take pride and look what is in this region, especially in the Americas region. The players that playing and competing in this region, that Theo will come up against, is nowhere near those players. You understand? So sometimes you understand, say a youth might be at a very good level, in the schoolboy football, but we must take a little bit of precaution how much we give praises to that youngster, because this is those praises, King. It kind of can be the downfall a lot of these, because a lot of these youths don't have that father figure, presence in their career. Not just quote unquote their father, but someone that's going to be, the one that's going to groom them and give them that proper advice for their career. So Theo, he can get up there, but at this moment, he needs a lot. I don't know if because I didn't really watch him that much back in his days at Mona. I see clips of him. Clips can really take clips can show you certain things that a player really have. But when you look at the real picture of him playing and competing against other people in the region, no, it's not there as yet. You have a long way to go, King. Have a long way
talent
to go.
and ability, you say, needs to go.
But King, we have good crops of youths coming up in Jamaica that if they get the proper exposure and the proper grooming from clubs and the federation, because people talk about federation cannot develop players. That's not their job. Bro, why you think FAs in Europe have workshop for youth players for every FIFA window? Why you think is that? That's a part of the development. That's a part of giving those England U19, U17 players the eye to say, hey, this is what they have in Serbia. This is what they have, in Denmark. This is what the other regions have. So if we can't have youth camps, at least it should be U15, U17 should be playing at least 2 games per FIFA window, bro. That is a part of development. You understand? That's a part of the national team developing the youths them as well. Give them that exposure, that proper national coaching, because play, it's a schoolboy football for under 16 calls or Manning Cup. When you get picked to play, I'm just starting for the next level above Manning Cup. If you start to get picked for your parish, play parish league, and you start to compete against the best players, for a spot in Kingston, you're going to be like rotted, like, yo, I saw the money levels that run a real Mona Arnett and Waters. But then when you go to the national team, you're like, yo, the tempo pick up. You understand? So if we can't get that right as a federation, bro, there's no way our players going to get better than any players in this region, because the JFF, the football body government in Jamaica, should be doing probably 2-3 times more, because our players have been developed way behind in the region. So we start off 10x time behind the region. So we need to do things at a more speed up situation of get the youths in the right moment.
Yeah, so we have man like Dan, the legend there. Hold on, before we go legend, Douglas Bygrave said Bashi greater than Denzel McKenzie. And then the legend, the real life legend, the Godfather, because I'm a legend, you have legends, I have Godfather, the Godfather legend, Elite Sports, pick up yourself for NLFC. But Bashi McKenzie, Dan, pick it up right as a ball game and that.
Yo, yeah, man, there, when I don't know. At least you show Nicaragua, big up yourself, bro. King, don't know ball pre.
Big up.
With Mackenzie, Ryan, big up yourself. Big up the commentator, the commenters, them. With Mackenzie, he have talent in him, but as I say, him kind of look a bit upgrade. When Maggie just a forward up out of the schoolboy football and I show him talent, he's kind of more upgraded midfielder. Him kind of a look a bit more bigger build. Him still a growing in game still. But I see certain attributes in game, or him control ball, or him dribble and him vision, bro. Him kind of see that with him, and him game can grow. Especially, I hear Nicaragua talk earlier and say some of the ball of them, like, they move over in the 3rd division at Belgium League. If Mackenzie get a chance where him can play in a one more high level, more infrastructure, better infrastructure, him game goodly change, like improve more. Cause him remind me, if tell you the truth, him have a look at Thiago Alcantara style in him, bro. Or him control the ball. No joke, no joke. But what
No.
me want to see from the player them is work rate too. You see me? So that's one of the main thing when they reach to the highest level, work rate and quick decision making. But
Yeah.
even when I play them have that skill set there. You see, me see. I mean, I just watch those how fast you be our thing there, but skill set, ball control, passing at the level now in the JPL or before I'm seeing that when they are Mona, different breed. You can take free kick, different breed above them peers them. What I see.
My thing is he's only 18. You get me? I say he's only 18 and when start the season so far, 2 goals, 5 games. It only make you feel. I think if you have a strong season again and if Cavaliers go on for win the JPL again and him are the star man. I think him have an outside shot. 18-year-old that age we really want to see. I think him have an outside shot. I think him have the
Yeah.
talent and ability
And guess what?
if he can matriculate into that. So me know Nicola say no right off the bat. You see me, but again, we are called for creative midfielders who can score goals. And again, me know say levels, as you say, the levels can't there. We know all of the factors them. But we are talking about strictly talent and ability. You see me, if you remove all of the other factors them from it, and so far in them couple games that you would show him capable of doing than a quick knockings here, because we have a lot of players.
Yeah, as I say, 18 look on Words when Words just fought on the scene at Bayern Leverkusen. At 18 years old, Words there show some attributes, bro. Told Words now he's a $120 million baller. Right now at age 22. So imagine if
Yeah.
a
But
player
remember the
would,
coach. Remember Holland. Remember the coach when him talk about CFAS. Him did make mention for say Jamaican players. Remember say, bro, we just come out of the stage of a 19-year-old that play Manning Cup, bro. Remember say that's where I left from. When then me know ask Nicardo. When we are playing Manning Cup in our time, our dream was to play Manning Cup and don't play Manning Cup at 19 and get one contract for go, not even contract for go one school, one college, and then for try go college for go. Remember, say this we are fought from, so the field, the playing field as a level. That's why I only want to talk about the talent and people. Conrad Smith, I remind you for smash a like, stop on the right now and smash a like on the show, run up the like, because again, that show you might be the very uncomfortable show in the people. This is not the most popular. This is not the most popular show currently right now, But we just want to get it out of the way and talk about it. You get me? I say, and we want to highlight these players where me not see nobody highlight them. Me not hear nobody talk about Denzel McKenzie and so far how him start the season. And him at 18 and if him have a shot. You get me? I say, so that's why I want to take it from. Yes, I want to really highlight them from. You get me? I say, might be none of these 18 players end up to make the final cut. But I genuinely feel like them 18 players when me highlight today, I feel like if we have 1, 2, or 3 or a handful of players from the JPL, it will be from these 18 players. I say you can't have a player who emerge and come take the league by storm. You see me and get it done. Dougie, I say Bashi is a greater talent than Mackenzie. I could talk about that real quick. One thing, Bashi is a greater talent than Mackenzie. One at 18 and one at what? 20?
21. I think Bashi was 21.
I think Bashi at 21, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing about that though, 3 years difference in terms of 2 attacking midfield. There's in terms of talent and ability solely.
You see, Denzel did it with kids that play in a PE tournament, but Bashi came on the big scene and doing it in the top tier in Jamaica. So him show you that him can do it in the JPL. You understand? But Bashi, for me, him just have that eye for that killer instinct, and that's what really kind of separate him from others in the league at this moment. And you see that the leader of bringing his team together, because look, to be reckoned as a number 10 in a king, it's not just create. You understand? It's just not create. It's how you build a camaraderie around your teammates to bring them into the game and be that driving force. So Bashi has showed that right now. Yeah, it might not be to the standard of getting into the national team, but for me, with the age gaps of 3 years apart, I do feel like at tier age, he is better than Bashi at 18.
And right on cue before you go done.
But
Dougie, they have Dougie.
he's better.
Dougie, go choke. You make the comment, Dougie, on screen. Bash you over Mackenzie.
So when Nicardo say Mackenzie better?
No,
Nicardo
Bashi
say-
at this moment,
Bashi at
this
this
moment is a better player.
Okay.
Dougie, knock it, Dougie. What go on? Welcome to the
So-
show, my bro.
King,
Yo, man, them big up, you know, big up.
Dougie come from under your bed, man. How your voice sounds?
I'm there, man. Yo, may I watch your show, Zine? I'm just want to big up everybody in the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Is it? But the drop it just in time, as Bashi mentioned, is it? Yo, Bashi. Remember, say Bashi get called up in a provisional squad, you know?
Yeah.
Is it? I'm not sure if Mackenzie did get called, but I know for sure Bashi did get called. So, it's not like said JFF, no see the youth talent. You see me, I say? But the youth, a different class of ball. And I said this from last year. And people never did text to me. People never did text to him when I talk, you know. But trust me, if him stay injury free this year, he might go make the league stir up. I tell you, because man play 3 games already. And man have 2 goals and an assist already. You get me? Him could have done about 4 goals, but 3 man selfish one little way. Is it so? But Bashi, I can tell you this. Remember saying they playing at the same all-man in squad with Whisper them, you know. You get me? But him they come on in about the 86th minute or the 85th minute and him come change the game. So it's not like said as we said earlier, it's not like him come from a hype school. Him come from St. Catherine.
Yeah.
They don't know. And during that time, them in at the development stage. So right now, you know, St. Catherine hot. But Bashi want to youth them for the future. As you say, maybe not this campaign, but for sure, if him keep the trajectory him on now, him definitely might be in the squad for the next campaign. For sure. If him keep the trajectory and maybe if him end up overseas and all of that, for sure, definitely. But this campaign, it kind of rough because, you know, time is of the essence and them kind of work with a set of man right now. But definitely for the next campaign, he might be one of the first names they might get called on the team sheet. I tell you this.
Yeah, but all right, so here's what I tried right now. As I say, Chorus I said this. Chorus say players should do their own development. Rossi Clouds I said this, bro. You both need to do more streams together. Make Rossi Clouds know say we're supposed to have something every week now, Nicardo.
Running on some personal difficulties over the last month or so.
Yeah, that slowed down everything, Rossi Clouds. But this is definitely a thing now we're supposed to go on. Farmer say Bashi, according to many local sources, is much better than Denzel McKenzie. Jason Guna, so big up ball player Nicardo. And big up the chat, big up yourself, Jason Guna. More for the next comment. May I try look for. Your people, Elite Sports, legend Ryan LFC, I'm going to know if I smash that like button. And from Ryan says so, Allah.
King, I'm going to want in. All right. Ruder Speed Company, I remember if it was a radio or on a television network, you understand? But remember Ruder Speed Company program and said, you know, King can, it was Ora Trace asking the question. It was an Ora Trace thing, and he said that, you know, King can play in the 6 and thing, you know, but, you know, we don't really want to play in the soccer. He make a statement and say, you know,
I remember that.
You remember that? So, you see some of them thinking there from the coach, a whole back with midfielders. You understand?
So let me argue against that. Against that, like we bring it up. So, let me tell you exactly what Speed says. Speed says, the fact that we don't, the fact that Jamaican players from the JPL don't get look in much playing central midfield is why him tell King to go play center. If me can remember the quote properly or understand what I say.
Makes no sense.
This is the sense we make to me, you know. Him basically take a gamble upon him player for say. If him play centre half, him more likely to make it and get an international career and get a call up than for play central midfield. And two things can be about that. Probably player strength lie more as a centre half than a central midfielder. But I get what you are saying in terms of the thinking, you know. But you have to take into consideration the individual player. And if Nicardo, if you can play centre half and you can play central, but your best strength or better strength is for play central midfield. Me I develop you as a central midfield and not a centre half in Nicardo.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But the thinking, I don't like that thinking.
What do you mean? For the player good.
Because, bro, he make
that force him to be a central midfielder and no say
no, the statement is very controversial.
No,
contradicting.
It's
not just me looking at Richard King and say him should have put Richard King in midfield. But I'm saying what goes for the other players as well. What's the thinking behind a lot of these players as well? What about other players that have the attribute of playing in that midfield, but because they feel like, you know, the player would have been a better salesman, you know, in a different position than the midfield role. But Wemsey was a big fraud because you have Jason Morrison, you know how much remember Jason Morrison. You have Rudolph Austin, that get
you have Austin, but again, remember the fact what me I try make for say Rudolph Austin attributes might make him a better central midfielder. And I think if you look at Richard King, him attributes them, me think is more conducive to a centre half more than a central midfielder. No, you have to take it in. What do you mean by no?
No, me think King attributes him more fit a central midfielder than defense. Just him composure alone on the bar, bro. That alone make me know say him can play and slow down the game and play the ball. And the statement when him say it's easier for him get international call. Jamaica team will hard to find a midfielder. So the statement of fraud as well, Nicardo say, bro. You get me? So the statement that makes sense. Very contradicting.
Doug, you have piece you want to say upon it?
Alright, let me tell you. You see Richard King, I like a player like Richard King. And why is that? He is better as a centre back as opposed to playing central. Because he can play central very good. Can play central a couple times for Jamaica. But as a speed say, it is more marketable for him to play centre half as opposed to playing central. Because look upon it. How many persons were brought into the national program overseas as a centre back? Not much, right? But them have a plethora of midfielders or central midfielders. They can. Wait, no? Let me make my point. In terms of marketing the player, that's how we speed most of that talk about, you know, for market the player, because we not take away the talent from the youth. If you even put him a forward, he's supposed to can play forward good, based on the talent we have per se. But in marketing the player, as in to send him overseas to get him better exposure, for better him in a better club, it is more marketable to play him at centre half as opposed to central.
Let me take a knock off of that about later, you know. So here is what me I say. I think we now miss the point because just gonna I say King, the gamble would be to play him in central. Me not say gamble as gamble for say take a risk, right? I am saying that I think King best attributes or better attributes would be for him to be a centre half, which I think that speed would have been there with the player would have known say if I play that youth and keep him at centre half, him have a better chance to get a contract go overseas or a better chance of even make it in the football. Because here's where you say, Nicardo. You just point out a few central midfielders where make it from Jamaica. Tell me this now. More centre half make it from Jamaica or more central midfielders? Which one?
I don't really have the numbers.
The data?
Off of the top of your
numbers. Off of the top of your head.
Probably see it. Probably midfielder them get contracts as well, bro, because there's quite a few. If you go, how far are you going back though?
Bro, me can't remember off the top
How
of my
far are you
head.
going back? No, how far are you going?
From me can't remember. From I start watch football, I think I can remember more centre half. I think it's just easier for you to make it as a centre half, bro. In terms of to get over. I think again, you have missed the player specific. Each player you have to look on it. You have to look on it subjective. No, you have to bring it subjective. And there's no way you can tell me say you think Richard King would have make a better central midfielder than a centre.
I'm not
no way, bro. So when you go subjective,
I'm not saying
you have to say the coach made the right decision for him player if he can reach the highest level.
All right, so
isn't me?
Me not really question speed and what him said with King, but the statement, what goes behind the scene with other players that have the potential can play in that department, but because there's not no sales for them in that department, they remove them from that position and try to fix them somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. And not just speed alone, settings like this. You have other coaches in local football as well. I've seen it. I have seen it, bro. You understand?
So the question is, would you force a player to play central midfield for argument's sake then, and knowing that the player hit rate or it's not better for the player's own career? That means you both for blighted a player's career, for earn for him family, for try force him to play somewhere where it might have a lower chance because that player don't have the skill set. Remember, that's why I'm focus on skill set. Yes, King might can play central midfield, and Dougie saying play central midfield for Jamaica. I can't recall that. Probably a Cavaliers you talk about. I don't think King has ever played central midfield for Jamaica. But I get the part where you make, but I think a lot of people.
Nah, man, King play central for Jamaica a couple times.
When?
But
I can't
but after maybe check it out. No, man, may I tell you, same play central.
I can't recall that. I
can't recall that. Remember, since recently, him start play regular, Him usually get a one of few team and a Paul in a 2021.
Match. I think at the match against not the
USA?
World Cup qualifiers, the set of games before. I know them they play Guatemala in our match over Guatemala. I think a central, if I'm not mistaken, him did come on like one time he come on as a sub, as a central, and played very good. Them all wonder if we just keep him a central, but then again, them need have a deficiency in the centre back position. So they have to end up go back in the centre back. Yeah, man, we can tell. I have to check and tell you.
Always want to see. But yeah, all right, here what we do. But good point. Mikado, but me, I gotta tell you the truth. I hear a lot of people talk about that, and I think we misunderstood where I have to say more than or only take it out of context. I'll be honest with you, but guess what? To each his own. Yeah. So you interpret it. You interpret it a different way, and I understand it a different way.
The man them not spend the time, bro. The man them not spend the time on the midfield in the country. I mean, I tell you this: a whole heap of midfielder them go overseas like universities who are midfielder, and they move them from that position and fling them go somewhere because they want to say, yo, then they get the proper coaching, that level where they need to get to be playing, D1, college football. You understand? So the man just now spend the time with some of the youth that have the big potential in that department as well.
Yeah, King's game more suited as CD. I don't think so. I think King game more suited as CD. But yeah, I can move right along because we don't talk about the Denzel McKenzie. The next player on the list is man himself, the man will mark out Messi out of game. Yo, the man mark Messi one night. Yo, watch your people. Yo, the man play for Jamaica. The man mark Messi one night. Yo, the man have that picture up on him Instagram post. You don't know, so this is a real. But not lie. If I add this picture, yo, this will be one of the proudest pictures of my life. Come on, Mr. Ian Zert. Left back. Christopher Ian Zert at the age of 20-year-old Cavaliers FC. 7 games so far, 2 goals. 2 goals in a 7 game a score from left back. What's Christopher Ian Zert? Yo, talent we got about. Come on, chance as it relates to talent. And I talk to me, how no rank that player? Christopher Ainsworth.
For the World Cup program, the squad.
Yeah, we just talk about talent. Based upon him talent, don't think. I know again we have
Yeah, I feel like with the rise of Webster playing in that position, I feel like kind of take away his chances, to be honest, because I was hoping that, maybe one day we will start to give him, that chance, opportunity to really get that big stage, to perform. And we talk about Robina Garden, and I feel like if he can stick to one position and say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to play, then he can develop there. But for Robinho, for Ainsworth as a barman, very good potential, man. Rate the player. Rate him have a very good left foot, to be honest, So I think in the future, him stand that chance. But at this moment, I kind of feel like the Ronald Webster rising kind of remove that chance away from, any other young left back in the league.
Yeah, and the fact so Webster might not even find himself in the squad come next squad, because again, with Webster come on 3 minutes assist, next game no game, and then if you're looking at the players them will arrive, the Rico Henrys them were possible.
Tyreek Mitchell.
Tyreek Mitchell, yo, though you know I talk about Tyreek Mitchell no than
I hear about Churl me actually, bro. Tyreek Mitchell now wants to Jamaica. England him on play for.
We don't know about the quality there. But what I say is, I know I'm down the pecking order, but in terms of quality, and that I really want to talk about the ball of them, quality and ability level. 20 years old again, young, you see me, left back, find 2 goals so far this season. You see me, if for instance, God forbid, but 3 left back for sick and you get me, I say, injured, I don't know what
no matter what them talking, they have 3 left back for sick in the brother.
Alright, we not talk about, we
don't want a ball for injury. Yeah, we don't want a ball
for injury. Alright, we don't want to talk about it. So, but me I say, for instance, you think he's like top 5 left back options we have right now? Let me say it that way. Top 5 left back options we have right now.
So Bell, Rico heading no forward it, so him not there night.
Bell, Lay, Webster. That's 3. Then Rico Henry supposed to fall. That's 4. Remember, you have John Bell now where I play MLS, who else has left back. Webster. You think him can in our top 5 options them?
It rough, man. It rough. Go to Dan. Go to.
For the levels of the team there, right now, I don't really think so. We just want them ball here. Even with Mackenzie, we not come see Connor them on the commentary and say, yo, no, we not force Mackenzie them ball in our team. Because we king do want to try.
Here we go on. I'm not try force nobody in the team.
Alright.
Try highlight. Listen what me I try highlight. I'm just find it. When me I do that show, I really did just want to highlight these baller because I realize nobody not talk about them. But find exactly what me I do. Me I ask if them players are in the position where them play, if they are top 5. Because just like while we are talking about a left back, you just name it. Greg Lay, Amari Bell are 2. We see Webster as a 3rd one. Now
it's Rico Henry.
Rico Henry for coming in as 4. So do you think you can ride for like John Bell then?
I say Mitchell
Jamaica.
No, yeah.
Hear about Rico Henry, so we can put him in because we say Rico Henry for getting papers. That's 4. So now the competition will be between John Bell, Ainsworth, who else?
We don't know now that is left back.
Exactly.
No,
right,
I think he probably can do in top 5. I think he's probably the best.
5th choice.
The 5th choice.
All right, that's how we're gonna look at the players. Them, because look what I'm calling in Japan the players. Them, why?
Yeah.
Delete that. I don't want to see that. You see me? But just going to say we have exported way more centre back than central midfielders, and I think Speed indirectly told us why. Our coaches don't put their best players in those roles as they don't see those roles as marketable. I think that this is what Speed that try to say, and I'm misinterpret it, bro. I'll be honest with you. And just gonna say exactly what I mean.
Marketable. I see you drop that in the brother.
Which one are the
drop that in the market.
Bro, that a mash up the ball game, bro. That a mash up the development of Jamaica.
I feel for market fee.
I bet you just say your coach and equip enough for develop them in the midfield.
No, I think midfielders, and you play midfield as well, and you play midfield, especially when you play against the Central American midfielders. Them, I just think say our midfielders them lack certain. Me play midfield as well, no, bro, but something about me when me I play midfield, I went to overseas I play against, especially Central America mid. Them have something with me not have naturally, bro. Me don't know. Me can't tell you exactly what it is, but the man have something where me see good midfielders when me play Manning Cup with, and when I see midfielders overseas. Me I say, you know, say them with a band with something we not have, and it sounds strange. But you just think with a band, just to make the best central midfielders them in the world. I don't know why, and somebody have to come tell me the science back. I just don't believe Jamaicans.
Guess what the science back it?
Yeah, what the science?
Why would they go overseas and them man? The CM development, bro. The man they might get developed the right way. You see me? So at a young age, they might get the right training. The muscle memory and everything just build for that thing, bro. Them know all of the thing them in the middle of the park, bro. All of the zones them for day, and when them for come collect the ball, all of them thing they in the muscle memory from an early age.
But beyond that, me I talk touch and technique, bro, and awareness. Some certain things me I tell you, bro, it's just hard to explain, especially myself as a midfielder. As someone me need to dive in and go learn more. I understand, say I talk about the tactical part of the game, but me I tell you about the technical aspect of midfielders. It's a reason why we not create, why we not export a lot more midfielders, bro, and it goes beyond
King.
It goes beyond tactics.
It's just where the youth them get exposed to at a young age. You understand? We now get exposed to that, bro, and it's just levels, bro. The coaching standard is just levels. You understand? That's one of the big differences.
So yeah. But do you admit that certain countries create certain, like midfielders, for instance? If I want a midfielder, I shut my eye and go down to Spain. But if I want a centre back, I not shut my eye go down to Spain. If you understand what I say.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing, bro. I think culturally, Jamaicans we don't make midfielders like that, bro. The midfielders at a certain level reach a certain level, but one time we go match up, it's not the same. But anyways, we move on. So I'm saying, Enzer top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
The man himself, the man will step up to be the captain for Cavaliers right now is Giovanni Leng. You get me? I said Gia Leng. 24-25 season, 1 game, international friendly. Now again, I will just talk about the injuries when they want to center half, they must two up forward in. But again, I think he's my top 10 center half option in the country because Tuopi get called up and not a Gio Leng.
Yeah.
Would you say Tuopi is either Gio Leng right now or tomato? How we see that one?
Nah, Leng is a better player over the last couple of seasons than Tuopi. No doubt about it.
So why would a Tuopi get called up last time?
Hear my conspiracy. Hear my conspiracy, boy.
Yo, the views expressed by Dougie is him film conspiracy and it's not a bad
Let me tell you my conspiracy. I don't know if it's true. No watch me. Racing did have to play more pleasant. Zin?
Yeah.
But here we know, if Mount Pleasant had 5 players that are called to the national program, you would miss the game. Right? Hear my conspiracy. Because where the keeper name will go down at Mount Pleasant, where did their Waterhouse.
Foster.
Foster did injure most of last season, you know.
Yeah.
And Foster get called, you know. So 3 Mount Pleasant keeper going to the national program, you know.
Yeah.
Zin, Tuopi, as well as Werner Brown. So 5 that, you know. So I just feel like them just show me in Tuopi for just say, all right, make Mount Pleasant have 5 ball away in a national program so them can miss racing. That's my conspiracy.
So we are gamble upon them thing in a big crucial World Cup qualifier games.
Yeah, no, but here's my point again. I'm gonna make that point here again. Did Tuopi play?
No.
Did
Tuopi no get no game. Tuopi no get no game.
Remember 26-man squad in the people. Sometimes you see, I love nitpick on them something. And most time these players come in, them not even play a game, bro. They not play a game. A 26-man squad. Now the argument, what me I try to focus on, that was Dougie's conspiracy. But you say Leng is ahead of Tuopi. You believe that 24-year-old Leng?
At this moment, Leng is a better player than Topi at this moment, yeah. Topi is
Okay.
not the top 3 best centre half in the league.
Okay. All right. So about Leng, but it's very interesting then. So why wouldn't Leng get the call up the other day and Topi get the call up? As well, Dougie said that I'm conspiracy, but again, probably here's my conspiracy right now, and the views expressed by King is not that of Ball Free TV. I don't know how, but here's my conspiracy now. Fire link me and Fire say, yo, King, how comes busy in the day of the team again and busy the day of the team, the 2 previous squad them? And I say, don't know in a Fire. Is it that since Speed get the role, him want distract we and not call up the Cavaliers players because he just don't always say, see that, get the role now and I'll be a Cavaliers players, and because if Speed did call up Leng the other day, or we'd have pulled the card and say what? But 5 Mount Pleasant player get called up and there was no noise about it. But in the tell me the truth, if Leng did get called up the other day, wouldn't there be echoes to say that Leng should be in the squad? A Speed make him in the squad? Yes or no? Be honest about it.
Any man say Leng shouldn't be in a squad if he not get picked. Would I be a madman? Just look at the standard of the centre halves. Giovanni Leng has been one of the standout. He's probably not like the best, but he's up there as well, probably in the top 5, top 3, you could name it. I feel like there's other centre halves in the league that that I would say is playing to that level, but it's that maybe Giovanni Leng is getting that exposure into the Caribbean tournaments where he's coming up against better players, and you understand. So it shows that he's up there as well.
Yes,
But
closer than Topi.
Yeah. But bro, why you call Topi name, bro?
Because Topi was in the squad last squad. What are you saying? I never put him in.
Topi not.
You
see the thing, when we are pick JPL players, bro, we not pick, and all the time we pick the best players for that position.
So here's my thing, bro, and that's why I have 18 players. My list 18 of these players, and most of them have been called up to a national team already or have a national cap. So that's why we have got through them, bro. You get me? I say we have got through them. We have take a look at all of them. As what Jay Hummingbird said, she respect the show and she respect these names because not a lot of people know these players. So again, we there for the show, bro. We can't just focus on one set of players. So that's why I talk about what we have. Now, Jean-Pierre fans say, looking at Cavalier again, Speed chose to keep Adrian Reed at CDM. And it's a good point again because I see Speed play Adrian Reed as right back. So, probably see Adrian Reed as a better central midfielder than a right back. So, that's the part I try to make. The skill set always come back to. You think they are king, they want to make much money. Yeah, man, money at the underlying point. Can Nicardo give us an example? Nicardo, that we talk about central midfielders to centre back. Again, me just know off the top of my head, we export way more centre back than central midfielders for that. Farmer reminder for smash the like button. Ainsworth playing left wing and right wing this season. Okay, is that true?
What for now though? I think he played on the wing against Police Force as well, but I think he's a left back.
He's a left back by trade.
Yeah.
You see me? That's a good point. Jason is primarily playing as wing back. Okay, wing back. Okay, he's a wing back. Yeah, because the back three them gone to. It's a back three with Leng, Forbes again. Forbes make the switch again. Me not even have Forbes right there. So me not have Forbes as one of the 18 players. So it is Forbes, Leng, and who play centre back again. I think as a back three, me see them play. Cavaliers. Yeah, look like it's a back three. I mean, arguably the best CDM in JPL is Brazilian. Yeah, see the Brazilian them can make midfielders. JPL fan. If not him, then it's Asian. Yeah. King, what you are talking about? That's a factor. Bashi has it. Okay. So Farmer say Bashi has the factor. Is him the touch, the vision, the awareness. He just needs to hone that skill. All right. Good point. Yeah, man. So Jean-Pierre said, I was shocked Tope got called over King. If you're going to call a Mount Pleasant player, again, Kyle Ming was there. I was shocked Tope got called over Kyle Ming. Kyle Ming was there. So again, I did think Kyle Ming, but again, I don't know if them see Kyle Ming as more of a right back than a centre half. So that might be a part of the factors as well. I don't know. King question, Leng isn't even in the top centre back in the JPL. You feel so? Jaja, Sham 6 is saying, Suriname is named Diarra play the third spot. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, Leng isn't even in the top centre back. All right. Sham 6. I'm moving right along. The man himself again, the last centre half. We see the centre half got called up to the squad. We see where the centre half got called up to the squad, and this is the man himself, Steve Young from Portmore. What want to say about Steve Young real quick?
To be honest, Stevie Young has been one of the most consistent center of that flying under the radar in the JPL. You know, even like Cummins as well. I think he had I think Cummins got injured some part in last season, but you know, the young man from Portmore, Stevie Young, I think he's very good. But then Stevie Young got picked in the Unity Cup, right?
No, Stevie Young did the Unity Cup. Yeah.
So we picked Stevie Young in the Unity Cup, and we need a center half, and we choose to go for someone that who is below the level at this moment, quality wise, than Stevie Young.
So hold on there. Here's a thing one must point out. Going to the training, and this is again, quality wise, Stevie Young currently 24 years old, but Stevie Young height. And again, we know within a modern day, but I don't think Stevie Young is a center. No, but compared to Jamaica, Stevie Young, when I see him first time, I'm like, yo, me have to ask for Stevie Young because he never looks at all to me, and again, that might not be a factor.
You know, but bro, when the national team yeah, got you.
Lati body around 5'11", you know, bro. Lati body, you know, that short, you know. I'm just have a different type of structure. Him have a stout structure, bro.
Yeah.
Lati body thing there. Can't push him off so easy.
Yeah. But to me, Stevie Young is even better than Jamaica at this moment. You know, I mean, you have a few, you know, centre backs. I don't know if he's really a centre back, but Chavai Watkins from Dumbo, I think he's been flying on the radar in as a JPL player as well. You know, probably need to look at if a local team a pick. You know, so there's quite a few, you know, youngsters. You know, not youngsters, but centre backs in the Jamaican Premier League that deserve to be called, you know, in local squads.
Jam PL, Topi style of play doesn't fit how McLaren likes his centre back to be fair. Explain that, Jam PL. What kind of style of play Topi play?
Probably like when people depend on the ball, you know, can play with the ball at their feet. Probably that's what he's talking about. And
so Topi no compose like him.
No, him said does. Does him saying a does not. Him said does.
Oh, Topi style of play does fit.
Yeah.
I think him said doesn't.
So Stevie Young would have one cap for Jamaica again. Stevie Young have one cap, and Stevie Young would have a few caps for the U23, isn't it? So again, Stevie Young, as you want to say, top 3 in a JPL right now. Again, so now the man called Jamari Clark, new addition to the JPL. Jamari Clark currently with Montego Bay, big up Bomb Sports for that imagery. But Jamari Clark, very interesting player to me. 2 matches, 2 goals, 90 minutes so far, 21-year-old. Jamari Clark would have played in England National League, and Jamari Clark would have also played championship football. You get me? I said Jamari Clark would have played championship football for Reading as well. So as a youth, this 21-year-old find himself back in the JPL, starting the season so far, 2 goals. I want to step on Jamari Clark real quick.
First, may I hear about the player, but you mentioned in the day of the championship already. But something come to mind, bro. Why when most of the ball them go overseas? Why the always forward back in the JPL? after a year?
Good question. And then the question might ask is that are these players seeing that playing in the JPL them still have a chance to make the national team? Because very interesting, a player where did play in the championship, but yeah, him they kind of find himself dropping down leagues, national league, conference. So even though England, him still like go down to some poor leagues. So just make up his mind for further Jamaica, and him think probably if him go and score some bag of goal, him can make himself in the national team. But look at that, 21-year-old where actually playing the championship, find himself here. Come on, bro. What you think about that? You say you don't know about the player, Ricardo.
Nah, it's just strange to see a drop off from when he came and played youth football for us. You understand? I think the time I remember who knocked us out. I don't remember if it was the DR game that was the youth team that he was playing. It was in El Salvador. But it's just strange, like to see Jamar Clark, in the JPL. But been looking at his career over the last couple of years, and he's just going lower and lower and lower. And people talking about Kaim Dixon playing League Two. What they will say if a Jamaica get picked in the national team, coming from non-league to the Jamaican Premier League, it will be outcry. You understand? There will be an anti-Jamaica Clark fans out there that's will be cheering for Dixon. But to be honest, I don't know what is going on with the player, bro. To be honest, I don't know. From him left Reading, me now watch Jamar Clark. From him leave Reading, I don't see him anymore. So at first, me literally I got looking to what Jamar Clark going to offer, for Mobile. Waiting to see, feature again to really see what Jamar Clark I got bring to the table. You understand?
Yeah, and as well, Clark played the U20 for Jamaica. He is from England, not Jamaica. Clark has never played in JPL before. Jean-Pierre is saying, Dan Clark is English born. So this even make it more interesting because Clark actually born in England. Him not born in Jamaica, Clark is an English born player who decide for come play JPL. So that's why I say, man like Ravel Morrison, I can't give them the excuse again, I can't give Ravel an excuse. He's a player born in England, Jamar Clark. Yes, he played youth football for Jamaica. But the mere fact said this is a man born in England and decides say for the better him career or the next move in him career, he must forward, come play some JPL for see if him can make that national team. Again, 2 goals in as many games so far. That'll be very interesting, and the one where I keep an eye on, and again, is just 21 years of age. That'll be very interesting indeed. Next player I want to talk about is Kyle Ming. Again, Kyle Ming, very interesting to me because as well, Jean-Pierre said, it was very interesting for Sitopi get called up over Ming. Is me, but Kyle Ming, again, talent-wise and ability-wise, we want to talk about Kyle Ming. 26, again, still have 2 campaign name. 5 games for Jamaica so far, 5 games so far this season for Mount Pleasant. When you make a Kyle Ming and you think he's top 5 defender in the league?
In the league.
In which position?
Where you want? Where you going to play right back, and I think at that, I think he's mostly a right back than a centre back.
I think he should stick to right back.
But you think top 5 defender, overall defender, and as a right back, both of them. You can't talk about both of them.
Yeah, bro. I think he should just stick to right back, focus on that position, and I think, he's just a robust right back where you could see that right back is not his preferred position, but every time you watch him, it's like he's getting better and better. But right back where he should play. But at this moment, I was, hoping that maybe he could actually pull through and try to get something, abroad and, to enhance and try to bring a little bit of competition to the national team. But at this moment, I think it's just a no at this moment. You understand? Because he's not getting picked in the competitive squads.
It's a no.
Yeah, but the player this we've been in and around the squad, so Again, we see it go now.
In and around the squad for marketing wise, bro. You forget that part. Yeah, bro. PR.
God. So next player we are talking about moving right along, one that Nicaragua would have spoken about. A man called Fitzroy Cummins himself. Again, Fitzroy Cummins have 3 games for the national team so far. Cummins are what? When age they again?
27. I got 28.
27.
Very old, yeah.
Is that right? So it's on screen. Why am I not see it?
Up top, blue. November the 23rd.
Oh, 27. I don't know why I'm gonna see it.
97.
27-year-old. Again, Cummins touted as one of the best or better top 3 centre half in the league at 27. In with the outside shot, real quick.
Nah, I think I like him, but they just don't fancy him. I don't know because of his age. He's more to the 30 where his age is coming after calendar. But good player. But I don't know what happened last season. Yeah, I don't know if he was like injured out or so, but he kind of when he I think he used to play in our US college, right? Anyone know? I think he used to play in our I don't remember if he used to play in our US college like overseas, but for some reason though, when he came back into the league, I think he was okay, but not one of those players that going to beat down the door. You understand? They were more fancy the younger generation of players that like the Tope, the Ming, the Stevie Young players at 20 to 24. You understand? But for 27, he's not marketable, so they will not even bother to give him that call up that he deserves. You understand? But I don't know. I should take it about. He don't deserve a call up in competitive squad. But if a local team ever get picked and play some local friendly game, he might go through him in it. But when those local teams pick those to play some Trinidad and some other team, I want to see younger youths, the future. We don't want to see, man like Parker Blacksem, we're over 30. We don't want to see, no man like McCullough them over. No, want to see the young bloods.
Want to see some 20-year-old, bro.
27 to all. That basically I said.
Yeah, bro.
For friendly. For friendly. When Nicaragua say, bro, some look we go play Trinidad in a friendly game. Not to the senior man. Let's look a friendly game. We don't want to see them old man. Play some young youth to see.
27 old, bro. We kidding up his center back age though, yeah.
All for the stage I'm there right now.
God. Alright then. So I think the last player, I don't know if for the last player this might have. But the man himself, Gadiel Irving, 26-year-old, left back again, Mount Pleasant. 4 games so far this season. We want to make a Irving 2 games for the national team.
Too friendly?
Irving, too friendly. Irving Ian Zert.
You realize we talk about injury, I will never bring up Gadiel Irving name in it. It's just one of those regular average JPL player. I don't really see him up there as that, that potential that unless I'm probably seeing something different, but he's just a regular, left back in the league that can play, in different positions. But I don't think he will ever, or he should ever get look in the team over a Christopher Injured.
Okay. So anybody have any outside pick on the talk about so far? I could just look at them real quick. Again, man, no say, I assume say nobody really out of this my list 18 players. Again, if we have a handful of players from the JPL, I think it will come from the 18 here on my just list. If we have 1 or 2 or 3 or none, I think it will come from the 18. I have a next outside shot for more talk about real quick. But now have the outside shot. You mention a player. What the player we did mention? I think a centre half you did say. You did mention a centre half. Nicaragua, which centre half you did talk about?
Centre half for the local team?
Yeah, you talk about a centre half where you say locally where you say. Which centre half was that?
I remember what situation you're talking about.
You talk about a player, man, a centre half, you say. And I force me to hear the name the two in here. Talk about one centre half, man, I force me to hear the name the
Watkins done bowling.
Watkins.
I think I said Trevor Watkins. You know,
When first name?
Trevor Watkins. I think very good, decent player. Yeah, for dumb bowling. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a player that should get picked, but you know, he's been playing at a.
As I said, we not talk about players who forget picking up, bro. We just look on the best talent.
No, he's out of. He's not going to be like as an outsider or that X factor player that we didn't call, and yeah, he's not going to be that player.
So somebody
all I was saying is for Dumble Holding, he's an okay player over there, so, and been playing, you know, I want to say consistent and sometimes drop off at times, but he's a very good player at the JPL standard for his club.
I'm not find that player, there, man. I'm not find him. Chevy, okay. Chevy, what kids at him name? My 29. Oh, that's why I know I'm look on him.
Yeah. Eh?
My 29.
Nah, he's not going to be that player that. He's not going to be that player. He's just not going to be that outsider because you have other players that more talented and they're younger, especially. You understand? So he's not that. All I just said for Dumbo Holding, he's very decent for them, and you know he's like a season campaigner in the JPL and for his club team. That's all I said.
Okay. May I look for one play? All right, so may I round up the show now with a few players where we talk about Chevy Watkins. Chevy Watkins is Nicardo's pick. A joke.
No.
Chevy Watkins is Nicardo's pick. People don't care. Other Chevy Watkins man send over. But let's take a look at a few players real quick before we run up the show because we do this. So might as well we do it good and done. So
you're really gonna pick up draft with the man, brother.
29-year-old Chevy Watkins.
You really gonna draft.
I joke. May I try to find the center of racing, the captain for racing.
Markovic Brown.
Markovic Brown. How much?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know. Probably mid-20s.
Markovic Brown.
But a big man level. A question just forward up, bro. When I hear me?
Yeah, I hear.
King out of all of the player them when you bring up since the 18 player them. You think them player could have carried through the World Cup qualifier?
Carried through the World Cup qualifier?
Wait.
No.
Not a swoop group, yeah? Not a swoop group?
You know, no. I don't think. No.
What's my Jason? Hold on, I'm answer your question. Jason, I see Watkins age fast, but I never see coming zone. But Watkins at 29 and comes at 27. He's a brown young, like 23 and 24. So, in all honesty, bro, more don't want to risk it with them players, and we have to be grateful. So we have the other players them what we have, but more don't want to risk it with them players. Yeah. If you ask me, me I'll be honest. Me I tell you say any Jamaica team go out there, bro. Me such a patriot. What me that say? I feel them could have do it.
No, but for real though.
I feel them could have do it.
You feel this 18.
Feel them could have do it, bro. Trinidad, come on, what's the Trinidad Curacao?
No, but
bro, yo.
Yeah.
No, bro. Don't remember Trinidad slapping 3 goal in a bro, some close outside in that.
Nah.
Yes, them could have do it.
Still the thing for joking.
Them would need help. Them need help.
So let me put it this way. Them would need help, in my opinion. Yeah. But if I did them out there, I gotta stay them go support them. Let me put it that way.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
If I did support them, I gotta stay them go support them. So now another outside shot. What about Adrian Reid, 19-year-old? I see Adrian Reid a fine back him footing again. Central midfield, 19-year-old. No possibility in there.
Still need development, bro.
Still need development. All right. What about Shamar Watson again? 21-year-old again. score a stunner over there.
You know, me like him
Wana.
rather. Me like him like in terms of as a player.
So here's the ironic thing: the three midfielder them, Dwayne Allen. Me don't know. Dwayne Allen played this season. Dwayne Allen,
So
Shamar Watson,
yeah,
Adrian
and
Reid.
Adrian Reid.
19, 21, and 23. Which one of them you rate higher? You say Shamar Watson over Adrian Reid and Dwayne Allen.
Yeah, Shamar, him kind of give me that high as that 6 for me, to be honest, or could be a box to box is energy. You understand? I don't know if sometimes of Adrian Reid demean at times kind of easily can throw you off, like what is he really thinking? Is he really in the game, thinking about the game if he out there playing? But I do like Shamar Watkins, but Adrian Reid, if him continue to work on him game, bro, and get a little bit more stronger, I think he can be that one that get out of this Cavalier team and go overseas. But what's the other guy doing? Doing Allen, he's more of the hustler inside of the midfield for Cavalier. You get me? I say he's more of the hustler, the one that go out and search for the football, hunt down the players in. You understand? Not so prolific on the ball, you understand, but more for being that runner, that press.
Yeah. Markovic Brown at 26, by the way.
Yeah.
Markovic Brown at
though-
26.
Damn.
Well, Sham 6, if those 18 players, Jamaica would finish last in this group. Not way.
Bro,
No, I tell you the truth. You see, if Chavi is especially the coach of the team still. But that confidence I will go through. You see me? But that confidence I will go through. Bro.
Jason Guna say Allen is the best midfielder at Cavalier to me. He rate Allen over. So watch out, Jason Guna rate Allen over Shamar Watson. Nikada rate Shamar Watson over Allen. I mean, I'll be honest with you. You know, say Adrian Reid is my favorite out of the whole three of them. Unpopular.
Mackenzie, my baller. Fear is fear.
No, me talk about the three of them. In terms of the three of them, I just think Adrian Reid have something about him, bro, and he's the youngest out of the three of them. So, I feel like, see, Jean-Pierre say Allen is the best to me as well. I feel like, in terms of, let me put it this way, in terms of, you have something named ceiling, and in terms of ceiling and floor, I think Reid have the highest ceiling out of the three of them. Reid is over the rest. In my opinion, I think Reid have the highest ceiling. But I think
what kind of ceiling?
I think Reid have the highest ceiling, and I think
concrete or sheetrock. Concrete or sheetrock.
Sham 6 a king. What's Reid not ready for international football? Allen is a better player than both of them, but still not ready for. Alright, people just oblige Allen, Watson, and Reid in that order. Everybody have Reid last, and me alone have Reid as the highest ceiling. Alright, Travis Spencer. But yo, gents, it's been a good show, I don't know, and look forward to the end of the show because I really and truly try to take a look at majority of the. I don't know if I miss any talent where in a JPL where only things stand a chance, but really and truly, if you look at the age limit of the ball of them, I really try to find a specific age if you realize what I do. I'm going to take my time out, I'm going to go through most of the team them. I'm really find the age the age there from 18, we find players from 18 to 27 max. And it's just one player at 27, really and truly. So I want to make an observation I have so far for all.
Hold on, man, but what go on for the magician?
The magician.
Your baller. What go on for your baller?
The magician not
Magician. Magician last the magic one.
The magician. Same thing I reach the magician where I reach Ravel. Two of them they come like Ravel and the magician and walk side by side. Like anything Ravel do, the magician do. Like can't find a club. So I'm not play JPL. That's why I'm gonna talk about Tariq McGee. That's why I'm gonna talk about Sule Makala again. at the age of 32, but him still make a transfer out of the league. I'm going to talk about Shaquan Davis because he got transferred out of the league. I'm going to talk about Blake, again, transfer out of the league. We're going to talk about him. I'm going to talk about Devante Campbell, got transferred to the league. I'm going to talk about Daniel Green because I think Daniel Green also supposed to get transferred, and Shaquan Davis. I'm going to say them two there, but those two with the other three would have been listed as getting transferred out of the league. So that's why I'm going to talk about them. But
You have one more question. Yeah, since the Manning Cup start, what you see no young baller where you think we have no skill set.
Me is a Aggie Animal man. I'm glad I bring it up because I'm gonna run up the show by showing a video of one of my pretty. You see that them thing I go on there football no biasness. You see, true me is a Aggie Animal man. The video I never show forward from Excelsior baller a score from a corner kick.
The one
biasness.
The one go to Nannyfield.
Out of Nannyfield, how you mean?
Go to Nannyfield.
Hold on, where video gone? I find the video. Where video gone?
Oh, Neki.
Corruption no for go on, people. Where ball name again? I try to find the ball. Where ball name?
You know, so I don't know. You know, say I don't know where ball name. Come see goals.
You know the ball name.
No,
just for them follow your ball.
Bro, next show of them. You there for your highlight king some. The young them, bro.
Only get first like 2D cup game and like probably 4 Manning Cup game. You know, this time schedule really sometimes beat me, bro, because you know if you watch other games and stuff like that. So, bro, love will live in Jamaica if you cannot watch the Manning Cup, like go to some of the games and you understand, for see some of the youth them like with your own eye more rather than watching on the video and stuff like that. Cause some really good players always, you know, coming up to, you know, schoolboy football in Jamaica is either a country or a town, you know. But schoolboy football man is always on top of the list when we live in Jamaica. Yo, Dan, we take one day. Take a boss, you know, as a youth, as a 14-year-old youth one time, you know, man. Ghana, Clarendon, you know, man. Go watch CC, you know, and Glenmore, you know, man.
Yeah, the video for sure. You name Damali Williams from Excelsior.
Bro, they no regular do them thing there too, bro. Far go watch match, that's the vibe, bro. You see me? All a group, 10 away, 15 away.
Yo,
Ghana match.
King. Farmer say the magician tie up in our contract like one sing around there, like him get tied up in a VP record. Can't sing for country ripe.
Yeah, people.
Yo.
Jaja God. Yes,
where's the contract? Call him down.
You know, say tight lips are going around that situation there.
Yeah,
tight
I'm
lips.
just avoid it.
You know, you say if me get like that situation there for come and like prove some really good proof of what really happened. Yeah, like
just allow it out and avoid it until the information really become public and drop, you see me? But yeah, the video there. Him named Damali Williams. Damali Williams as I'm gonna ask, but because people wanna send in the video them as well, I could highlight the youths them as well, you know. I could send in damn, yeah. I could highlight the youths them. I like that one Dan. A good cause me that forget for highlight the youth, you know. Big up the youth. You see me? For Aggie Animo, you get me I say. Watch out. Yo, pull it up.
Yo, we're gonna get to the kick. We just gonna see. That is for their bomb, but a good vision.
Where the defender upon the line? The defender upon the line.
Yeah, I say no, you worry about the wrong things in your life. You know, David Beckham would be proud.
No, man. I'm not taking nothing from the youth, you know, but me I say the defender. The defender. Play it again.
Play Yeah, me. A defender, allow it.
Look what him doing now.
Inside.
The man see the ball and watch the ball pass
You
him,
see,
brother.
you see, when I look on wrong things in our life, we have a view.
No, but
Beautiful.
pause.
Scoring from a corner kick.
You know what it remind me of? Those with the defender them are gears right now. In the picture stand still. Trent Arnold corner. Trent corner.
What you say?
Go back on the first frame where you did for a while ago. You see defender them are gears, man. The dog spot it and see the keeper there at the far post.
Yeah, bring it back. That's a good point.
Up on the first frame, man. Yeah, you see the defender them are gears. I turn them face. The two were the nearer to the keeper.
So the defender were in front, the two man were tug in front of the keeper. Him try shout.
So get in at the 6-yard box.
Yeah, me I say the man just kick the corner quick and the defender them never ready. Me I say that man.
Yeah, that we are show you where break down the thing, but me I say what it remind me, dog.
Big up man from
the instinct.
Run it again.
The instinct of Trent against Barcelona, the famous Liverpool corner kicking.
Remember yourself people. Back in the days, the whole of us lift up another famous plum tree. I've got Excelsior if you know about them things there, but people, right, that's how we are running.
Hold on. You just
hold on again.
Yeah. You say your favorite. What was that favorite goal that you scored on Excelsior field?
My favorite goal was against Ryan not training.
Ryan.
I scored a goal in Manning Cup. I scored one goal in Manning Cup. So my favorite goal
was scored. How you play? Left back or midfield?
No, I play. I'm gonna get no whole caps in bro. I get like 10 games in 2 years off the bench.
Aliman tired on a contract.
Yeah, Aliman tired on a contract. Liberate thing. But my favorite goal I score over that famous field would have been. No, I score against Georges. I score against Georges in a preseason. My last preseason, and never tell me say, yo, come on Georges in a youth. After
when you walk around the field.
As my score,
bro,
go run around
bro,
the field.
Never,
and
but a big man level.
I never tell myself a father at Georges, and I didn't go to Georges. That my
Yo, King.
one biggest regret.
But a big man level that I never be trade number one. What would I say? Anytime you see a ball, yo, forward that bro.
Me care zero if I'm number one style at Georges.
In a them time, they never be have powers, dog. Any man, most enough ball away.
Yo, me have a lot of regrets in my life, but style. But I'm one regret that in my life. But yeah, score against Georges in my last preseason. I should have really follow. We never say and really got Georges. Watch out now. You know say Sunday. You know say the match was. I think the match was a Saturday. I'm gonna tell my dog them say yo. Never say for the Georges. Me buy a lower 6 me going on. And my dog them say yo go. On Monday morning, bro, I'm not got Excelsior training. I'm not got Excelsior training now. I'm
tied up in a contract.
Hold on. Me have my boots in my bag. I'm not got training. I left school 2 o'clock. So I got Georges. I take a JUTC bus. And I tell you the whole time, me reach North Street. Now the bus I reach North Street. I'm there on it. I press the bus there and then one man say, yo, what the Excelsior man say, because at the time, a couple man well left from Excelsior. Attile left Excelsior. I think 4 of them left. And the man them say, yo, when mash up the team that year they will win Manning Cup. And the man them say, yo, the man them mash up the team and do a traitor. Attile left come from outer south.
Yo, I laugh off one day. Me I say, yo, jump dog. We
from outer south, man. Valentino Fogo from Tivoli. You see me, the man that they left. And other thing to me, I'll be honest, other thing at the time, me that think, juvenile thinking, bro. I never have the advice. Hold on, I'm doing the story and I run up the story real quick.
Alright, got you.
So, I think say, yo, Georges, all boys school, and I left the pretty girl, them over Excelsior. Lifestyle,
the lifestyle. So
I say, yo,
lifestyle
dog,
moment.
really, George is wrong. What I've done said move me make man for stay Excelsior. Big up Excelsior said we don't have no hard feelings, but
But
George, I said
as the day
never
I talk about Georges, bro,
press the
you
buzzer
know, say,
on Monday. Well, I done that. Never press the buzzer on Monday. Tuesday again. Never press the buzzer Tuesday. Wednesday back to Excelsior training. And the rest of history. Bench again the whole season. But yeah, got you done.
I say, as I mentioned Georges, I want on a day ago, bro, or 2 days ago. Same, you know, Delhi, you till they drop down on the field, man.
Yeah.
And stadium is, dog,
Yeah.
bro, I tell you, bro. around 10 years ago, that you know. Time flying out there.
The great
Big ball at Delhi youth.
great Dominic James.
Yeah, bro.
Very good player, no? Very good player. Left JC and got Jardis. Very good player.
But you know, say me highlight something while I'm on it before I leave. As I say, this is something we start do as well. Because like when you draw me out, you don't draw me out already though.
What one?
Because I highlight the youth, I just highlight the youth properly and done, you see me?
The
Because
Excelsior
I think, I don't know how Excelsior stand this season, but I think may I see them two youth yeah. You see me? And again, next show today I win. Today Saturday, tomorrow. Next show people wanna send in who want highlighting it, you see me? Because me I do. This is me with my corruption and my biasness I highlight my Excelsior baller. Have to do the same. You see me? Anybody who want highlight highlight that. Highlight the baller, you see me? Have to make me know who for highlight. Because of corruption me I deal with right now. And I highlight baller from my former school, you see me? So them two baller, Excelsior baller again, people. And this is where corruption comes in. Is him Damali Williams. What the next one name? Wanna tell me what next youth name? I think of them two, yeah. I think them are national two, you know, Damali Williams and need to get the next baller name, you know. You see me? Conrad said me in my feelings. Me not in my feelings. Me get over that already, you see me? Over that long time, you see me? Went through those emotions from high school days, but yeah. So everybody have a story to tell. I'm sure Nick have him story to tell as well. Dan, I don't know if Dan have two left foot. I'm going to have one.
No, bro, my left foot them. See the left foot there,
Left
bro.
foot them. You hear that, Dan? Him say left foot them, you know, people. Dan say left
Bro,
foot them.
that me I try show you. I have two left foot. But see them two left foot here. Are the only two left foots where kick hard, accurate, and we can dribble with the two of them.
Alright. So my situation was that King actually named me as a Monaco player, but they have end up cut because it just come like everybody that work at a 16-year-old. So boom, they are Calabar, Geraldine Kunte, one of the fitness man in Mount Pleasant or medical man, whatever, Alifop Cone, he was a coach, and another Monaco player, Keaton Simpson was the assistant. So the season, bro, will play Coles as a 15-year-old, score 10 goals and we only make it, to the quarterfinals, I think. But during the preseason of that campaign, score loads of goals, for the Coles and Man Cup team, but play well, as a Coles man. Boom, when it comes on to get into the Man Cup team, Marvin Tate, can't forget that coach name, Marvin Tate. Say, yo, we're not good enough to make the team. You understand? And that's all we just say, yo, I hit that, bro. You understand? I hit that, bro. So just have to just left bar and just cut out and migrate, and that's the end of the story. Was the best Coles player, for Calabar that season. You understand? When me I train with the Manning Cup team as a youngster, me never look out of place. I think during that summer before the Coles season started, I scored 2 goals on CC. That was a giant team. Then in a preseason tournament, score a trick. A JC just go out there play calls. And that's it, bro. But yeah, that was my reason why I never play Manning Cup. Marvin Tate said I wasn't good enough. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt and lift up.
Jaja. So Dan, why you're yeah.
So my store, my play mostly under 13, bro. Part under 15, and then I pick up a local. I can't do the bag of running. You see me? But when my day at Tyrant, bro, I go around 4 high school. If you know, I go around 4 to 5 high school.
People
You
that
see me?
bad boy. You get kicked from high school.
No, he's not. I'm not bad boy. A certain complication, bro. You see me? My father, he pass off and thing, and enough look thing go down in my early stage growing up, bro.
So
You see me? But
talent?
they have the talent. Did have the talent. Still have the talent. But I just have certain ailing thing, bro. I just cannot run like that, bro. So I just not stress it.
Yo, big up 876 Jamrock said the best late night football show on the planet. You see me? Hold on, Nikada. And may I tell you this? 876 Jamrock. You see, me and Nikada supposed to have a show every week. Once it's a day over here. So it's a day over here.
But a club ball game I play, bro. Barbecue.
Dan, you never good, man. Tappy nice. I joke, I think you, bro.
Yo, the thing I cheap out, bro. I'm not soon, bro, G.
Me and I say.
But yeah, people, they where's your name again, Nikado?
Late night kickoff.
Yeah, late night kickoff. So here 876 Jamrock said the best late night football show. The actual show name, the late kickoff. Me and Nikado. Wanna get used to it, because guess what? People, the energy connect, and we're gonna do a lot of content, isn't it?
But yeah, one of my best memories of a year of school as a 15-year-old, just don't play course. You understand? Go up at Excelsior, play, under 19 Grey Shield, and make a 80 for Excelsior top cricket team over there. That was my best memories of Excelsior.
80?
We're versatile, man. Yeah, bro. Versatile, play parish league for Kingston as well. For the cricket team, U16. Did sick, never really get fit. Go to trials for the U19 and never make it for Jamaica under 19 cricket team. 2 innings I make 1 and 10. As a lefty, never that standard too quick. Yo, baller fly.
Well, here we go, Nikada. Here we go. We're gonna pick up the reasoning tomorrow. Cause I guess so. I never believe me was captain for my cricket team. But tomorrow we talk about it.
The man don't play cricket too, bro.
You did all of them, so you're not got in that Excelsior under 19 cricket team.
No, I'm not playing a cricket for Excelsior, but we can talk tomorrow.
You remember Tapping Cup as when 2020 cricket just come in?
No.
In a high school, Tapping Cup.
No.
Yeah.
But
what?
It's a high school T20 league when it's Tapping Cup 2020.
No,
high school league just come.
But Nikada, Dan, not for one, I'm sure. Right now. Isn't it? Right now. I play some ball, gents. I actually play some ball. I record it. I'm making a sister King still got it. You know what I mean? I play some more late. So here we go, gents.
Because I go for cling.
Eh?
Over cling.
No, up Liberty. Here we go on. Liberty need to have live streaming so we can record it so we can see the king at work. But here we go. Big up on yourself to everybody with there. 80 people said speed. You're not going to live in the night at Nicole.
Right now, after this, I go to daddy's work.
Alright, daddy's work. Alright, Anglia Bango, Dan. But big up on yourself, everybody will pass through. Tomorrow is the Reggae Boyz Watch.
Big up.
You don't know. Reggae Boyz Watch tomorrow, people. Look out for that. That is back in full effect. Sunday at the right time for do that when the whole ball of them don't play and never do it last week. So a whole heap of ball for talk about. You see me on the favorite ball of them. I know tonight wasn't on the favorite show.
Yeah.
Tonight wasn't on the favorite show.
Whole heap of thing to talk about Mother
Seal. You see me, a whole heap of man score goal. The ball
things not go right, bro. Things not go right.
Yeah, things not go right. But tomorrow we talk about it again. As usual, people who don't know Nikada Media House, you don't know. If you don't follow Nikada Media House, it's a joke thing, people. You don't know. Nikada Media House, quality in, what do you call it? Quality in, what the word I'm use? Quality in quantity. That's the word. Quality in quantity. Them money are consistent. You see, make up yourself, J. Hummingbird. Make up yourself, 876 Jamrock. Rossi Clouds, they are all 2 hours. Them people are there with it. 2 hours, 45 minutes. And bless up on yourself. You see, bless up yourself, Travis Spencer, Conrad Smith. Big up yourself, everybody who have been there with the Tycoon. Big up yourself, Farmer. Big up yourself, Jason Guna will pass through. Big up yourself, and Never Bell alone, bro. All of them do that. Big up yourself. You see me? Everybody will pass through. Elite Sports. Big up yourself, Jam PL Fan. Bless up yourself again. Mirak, read over the rest. Big up yourself. Shams 6 did pass through again. Big up yourself. Travis Peso again. Big up yourself. You know. Big up yourself. Everybody with it there. Big smash the like button on the way out. You don't know Nikada. Big up yourself, bro. Thanks for passing through. Dan. Bless up yourself. Until next time. You don't know people. Thanks for watching. And I say peace.